Alright, Twitch is working. How you doing, Doki Doki Natsuki? Dale Mystic, how are you? Alright, we'll go ahead, we'll go turn that off. So really quick, I want to, hello Super Saiyan Gamer. I want to apologize real quick, guys. The stream itself says, Link's Awakening DX Part 8. But, oh, I gotta turn that down. But unfortunately, I don't have any control over the name of the stream on the YouTube. So we're playing Link to the Past, but in all reality, well, it says we're playing Link's Awakening, but in all reality, we're doing Link to the Past randomized again. Cotown, hi, how you doing? If Jesse gets on anytime during the stream, I can ask him to change it, but as of now, I have no way to change it. So let me go ahead, let me post this into the announcements. And no, I don't want to put everyone live with more randomized Link to the Past. Let me send now. Okay, there we go. Alright, now I need you guys in chat to help me out with a couple of things. Let me see, let me turn the desktop volume up a little bit. So I need to know if you guys can hear the game, if you can hear me just fine. How's everything sounding? How's everything looking? Because if I need to turn things up, I can turn things up. Me just fine. How's everything sounding? How's everything looking? Okay, got a couple of thumbs up. Alright, so looks like we are good. So, like I said before, I apologize for the misleading name of the stream. Right now I have no way of changing that, so maybe if Jesse gets on later on this evening or sometime soon, then we will change it. Cora Hill never played turn up game sounds. Okay, I will turn it up just a little bit. Not getting any sound right now because I have the window closed out. This is awesome. A YouTube said my name. Well, I'm not Game Over Jesse, but if it makes you feel happy that I said your YouTube name, then awesome. I'm glad I was able to do that. All right. So did anybody catch the stream last week? We got pretty far last time. But there we go. Okay, we're actually in the game now. So sound should be a bit louder. But so far, how's everything sounding, guys? Everything sounding good? Okay, really quick. I'm gonna get just so I can. Hey, Gibson's in the chat. Hi, Gibbs. How you doing, dude? just good. Okay, everything sounds good, Cora Hill? Good, 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 good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, so, okay, I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth between windows really quick, because there are a couple more things that I need to do, because this live stream's gonna be a bit more rough than it was last week. But we are gonna try to go doing stuff. Ooh, playing Xenoblade 2. A very good choice, Gibbs. Okay, so we got some stuff to do. Apparently, my map says that I did not beat the first Dark World Palace, even though I beat the Thieves' hideout. So we are gonna head back over there and figure out what the heck's going on. Let's see. Link's health is damaged, or is it? Yeah, it's damaged. I'm not at full health. Do I have any? I have a green potion. That's not really gonna work. Well, we can head up to. We got plenty of rupees, so. Just arrived. Did I miss anything? Nope. DJ Danny, you haven't missed anything yet. We just started not too long ago. So we are currently going. We're gonna go to the witch's hut really quick. Yeah, today's gonna be a very eventful stream, guys. We're going through the Ice Palace. And I'm scared because I've never gone through the Ice Palace like at all. Just gonna, Breath of the Wild. Ooh, nice. I was playing a little bit of Breath of the Wild earlier today. Such a good game. Such a good game. Alright. Let's head back to the Dark World. And immediately back to the White. Great. Alright. Let's try it again. There we go. Yeah, traveling between worlds can be a bit finicky. It's kind of lonely in here. I'm kind of used to having some co-hosts. DJ Danny, Breath of the Wild was my main reason for getting a Switch. It was one of my main reasons for getting one. And I think what really made me get a Switch was when they announced Super Mario Odyssey. That's when I was like, okay, I need to get this console, and I need to get it now. So I got it. I bought Breath of the Wild. I actually got Breath of the Wild before I got my Switch. So it was funny. My mom meant well, but did the game crash? No, Wolfman, it did not crash. Huh. I sworn that we already went through this dungeon. The game didn't crash. That's just me going back and forth between the windows. I wish that the emulator didn't do that. But okay, I gotta do it again, because... Get to a reasonable spot. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Now I remember. We couldn't get through this dungeon because we don't have the boat. We didn't have the boat. But now we can actually go through and we can beat it. Which means the Helmelsaur King is gonna go down in a couple of shots. This guy should go down. There we go. I can just hit you. There we go. Could Dark Link be a possible villain for Breath of the Wild sequel? Depends on if we're getting a Breath of the Wild sequel. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to. I would like one. I really would. But I'm not sure. Bar and Frost, I played Zelda pretty much exclusively. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. In this day and age, there's so many things out there that you can play what you want to play. I think there was like one point where I played nothing but Smash Brothers for like a year. Like I would just keep going back and forth between... Keep checking my... I just kept going back between like Melee, Brawl, Project M, Smash 4. Just back and forth and back and forth, and probably wasn't until I got my Switch, and that's when I kind of got out of that Smash Bros phase. I'm still playing Smash every once in a while. I mean, definitely playing it now so I can be ready for when Ultimate comes out. I think I have been a sub for almost 2 years now. Awesome! Y'all been catching up on the theories that the Game Over Jesse team's been putting out? They've been doing a really good job with those, I will say. Oh, I'm getting hit. So I think after we finish this dungeon up, we are gonna head over to the Ice Palace, so we can get that done. Let's see, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, reason for getting a Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I got, let me see, Breath of the Wild was the first game that I got for my Switch. And then after that, where's the button? It's probably this one. After that, I got Mario Kart the night that it released. And then Splatoon 2, I didn't get till earlier this year. I think it was around May, I think, that I got Splatoon 2. Oh my gosh, Splatoon 2 is such a good game. I don't play shooters as often as I used to, and when I say used to, I barely played them at all. But it was, yeah, it was really, really nice. Love the theory on how Breath of the Wild comes after all 3 timelines. I really like that theory as well, and I'm glad that Nintendo did come out and kind of say that, you know, it is after all 3 timelines. And it's kind of up to the player to decide if it's really after that one. But I don't know. I like the whole Dragon Break theory. I think it makes sense. Because I mean that's kind of one of the only ways you can really, you know, like this is why everything get. Ooh, we got the big shield. Okay, we are decked out, and yeah, we're ready to go fight Ganon now. Actually, no, I'm not gonna fight Ganon right now because we do need to go get the rest of the crystals first. And then I believe after this, we're gonna go to the right. I think we're done falling down pits. Hey, the shovel. Okay. Oh, we haven't gotten the... Huh. I could have sworn that we already had the red boomerang. Ha! Got him. Get baited, boys. There we go. Oh! I made a dumb... I made a big dumb. Okay, I was about to... Dragon Break just sounds impressive as a face. It does. It sounds very satisfying to say. Especially if you do it in like a Smash 4 announcer voice, like Dragon Break! Okay, we have not gotten the dungeon key yet. Big key. Perhaps in this chest? Hey! Let me redo the stream so I can... yeah, it still hasn't updated yet. Just pausing really quick. Okay. What do we got? $20! But I have like 1,700 more! I don't need 20 more bucks. My Zelda theories from HMK. HMK does make very, very good Zelda theories. And I believe that him and Jesse did work on a couple together at one point. $300? Lame. Where am I gonna put all this money? I don't know, is there like a Seven Sages foundation that I can donate all this to? Ooh! So for everybody in the chat, do you all have Switches? And if so, what are some titles you're looking forward to for the rest of the year? Ooh. Another key. And $20 more. I don't need all this money, man. Says doesn't need all money. He picks it up anyway. What am I gonna do with all these keys? Oh. Been locked out. Forgot that I gotta go through. Gotta go back and I gotta go through this door. Or, wait, what? Yep. I goofed. I done diddly goofed. Wait, the Discord invite won't work. It's not working? Huh. Gibbs, if you're still in the chat, can you get a new Discord invite up? I got a couple of people saying looking forward to Smash Ultimate. That's nice, guys. And the new Fire Emblem coming out next fall. I'm not a big Fire Emblem guy, but I am glad that the series is getting another game for the Switch. You know, I always get really excited when people get the games that they've been wanting for a while. Oh, whiff. It's okay, we can try again. We're already up to like 60 arrows, which I believe is the max. Said it must have expired. Huh. That's weird. Then that'll have to be something that I talk to Jesse about. Thank you, Gibbs. Well, Cora, I'm glad you're looking forward to getting Smash Brothers. What'd you all think of, you know, Simon Belmont and Richter, King K. Rool, Chrom, and Dark Samus? What'd you guys think? I went absolutely nuts. Like, the highlight of that direct was Dark Samus and Simon Belmont, for me. Fumbling in the dark. Fumbling in the dark. Thanks for posting the link, Gibbs. Appreciate it. Now we just need the stream title to change and we're all good. But I'm not sure if Jesse is online right now. Gotta love 103 battle maps and 900 and 900 songs. Yeah, that I was really taken away by that. Like 900, man, 900 songs. That is gonna be. It's the Helmasaur King. Actually, this guy isn't gonna be much of a problem. Should be breaking his mask. There we go. And we should be getting that. Ooh. Oh, he's sneaky. Wow. One shot from the light arrows, or the silver arrows, my apologies. There's the map. And there's our other crystal. How are you, Zelda? I wasn't here in the beginning of the video in case you said it earlier. So when I made the randomizer, I was able to change the character sprites. So I decided to change it to Twilight Princess Zelda, because Twilight Princess Zelda is amazing. How come only 18 people are watching? I'm not sure. But it's fine. We had like 20 people watching last week. I mean, as long as we're getting anything better than 4, I'm okay with that. Which actually, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna check and see if there's anybody watching on my Twitch. I doubt it, but haven't used my Twitch in so long. Live channels. Yep, nobody watching on my Twitch. Shocker. Well, I mean, we got the big shield. So we got all the best equipment in the game. I'm new, so bonus watcher here. Ah, Braun Frost, welcome. I love the Dark World theme so much. Let's get some discussion going in the chat. Have you guys... how many of you have played Link to the Past? And if so, where does it rank in your Triforce of Zelda? Down a little bit lower. There we go. There we are. Represented this game countless times. Your favorite Zelda. Nice. This isn't in my top 5 yet. I'm hoping that I'm hoping one day it will be, because I really do like this game. It's very fun. Does anybody know how? Not sure. Zelda 1 again. Ah, never played Zelda 1. And I call myself a Zelda fan. Rented it and played it non-stop. Halfway through the game. Nice. Played it once because it gets... Huh. Okay. Never played Link to the Past, but played Link's Awakening. Okay, I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum. Never played Link's Awakening, but I've played this I don't know how many times. Have I beaten it yet? No, not yet. Hoping that this stream will be the day that I finally beat Link to the Past. Is there a portal to the Dark World somewhere around here? I don't have magic powder yet, but no, I don't. Alright, I need a portal to the Dark World. Zelda 1 is so hard. It is very hard. What's your favorite game? Oh, man, are you talking about, like, Zelda, or are you talking just in general? Because if it's Zelda, probably Majora's Mask is my favorite. But if it's favorite video game ever, ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can decide on that one. How ate you Zelda? Okay, I didn't eat Zelda. But when I made this randomizer, I was able to change the character sprite for Link, so I could turn him into Zelda. Because, you know, we're always playing as Link. People want a playable Zelda. Here you go. Yeah, how my Zelda? Yeah, I just had to go and I had to change the character sprite. It's simple. When you download the ROM and put it into the randomizer website, it gives you the option to change your character. You can do Dark Link, you can do Mario with Cappy, you can do Luigi, you can do Sonic the Hedgehog, they got a lot of options on that website that you can do. And these are really creepy cuckoos. Videos from HMK's Game Theory, Downfall, Destruction with Commonwealth Realm and Zelda. Very good. Yeah, they... Man. I wish that Game Theory would just kind of think a little bit. Like, think a little bit more on their theories and kind of do just a little bit more research. Because I don't think they did enough for that video. Only played 2 Zelda games and never completed one. Never played one, like, at all. Wish that I did, though. Alright, well, we got the shovel, so we can go play the shovel minigame. You guys ready to go play Messing with Dirt, the video game? Oh, gotta go. I has to go down. It's also Mario and Cappy. Yeah, I like Mario and Cappy. They got a lot of different like character sprite sheets on that website. I'm not sure what all they got. Oh, no, why did I hit the map? Hey, it's the other cane! Time's up. Time go for you. Okay, so we got the blue cane, we got the red cane. So we can go to the Ice Palace right now if we wanted to. But I really don't want to, but I have to, and I really don't want to. I've heard horror stories about that. I've heard horror stories about that place, man. Is this Minecraft mining dirt? Yeah, we're you know, we're just playing Minecraft. Hello everyone, welcome to my Roblox Let's Play. Okay. So we got the shovel. I believe this spot. Really? More bombs? I don't need more bombs, man. Why do you need a cane? Well, this red cane right here, the cane of Samaria, this will allow us to get through the Ice Palace a little bit easier, so that we're not looping around a couple of rooms just to flick a switch to get one door to open. And then this blue cane, which I don't know the name of, this, I believe it just makes us invisible for a little bit. MatPat's Link is dead theory is so inaccurate. Yes, it is. It really is. I loved that theory when I was a kid, and then I grew a brain, and I thought, wait a minute, this is stupid. Oh, Fairy! Fairy, come back! Fairy, come back! Give me a second, guys. Just checking. Checking Discord. And I'm gonna hop into... Where is the... Am I dead? No, Wolfman, you're not dead. Nobody dead. At least not yet. Jesse needs to do a theory with HMK and Commonwealth Realm theory that the Temple of Time history. That'd be pretty cool, but that's not something for me to decide. Oh wow, this looks like Link to the Past. Silverblade, yeah, I'm streaming Link to the Past right now, but I have no way of changing the title of the stream from Link's Awakening to Link to the Past Randomized. So apologies for that. Maybe if Jesse, maybe when Jesse gets on, I can ask him if he can change it. Jeez, I don't even know where I'm going. Did I already get this spot? I might have already gotten this spot. I did. I got it. Alright, give me a second, guys. Let me switch to the walkthrough. Finding this dungeon. I do not have the fire rod. This might prove problem. Mire Shed Left. Mire Shed Left. Is that in Misery Mire? Maybe? Maybe in Misery Mire. Okay. I think you need more bombs. 40 is not so much. 4K is much. 4K. Oh man, I would like 4K on my TV screen, but 4K for bombs? Like, what are you gonna do with all those bombs? But I like how in Zelda you use the almighty Master Sword to cut grass. Yep. See, the Master Sword is not the Blade of Evil's Bane. It's just an oversimplified lawnmower. Alright. Let's just push a couple things. Piece of heart. 10 arrows. What? It was in the shed. It said it was in the shed, man. We're talking about another shed? We're talking about this one? Right here? Oh. Hello. I'll just have a cup of tea. Oh, it said it was in the shed. It lied to me. Master Sword, Blade of Grass's Bane. I like that. I already got this one. Okay, guys. Well, we've been avoiding it for long enough. We avoided it long enough. We're going to the Ice Palace. And I don't want to go to the Ice Palace because I've heard horror stories about the Ice Palace. No, bird. Bad bird. I'm getting my cane of Samaria out right now. So what can I get in here? Wishing Pond on vacation. So you just can't use? They said it was in the shed. Yeah, said it was in the Mire shed. So I'm not sure. Unless it's just let's see, bow. Death Mountain. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I have made a terrible mistake. Okay. Here we go. Oh, we're here! It's the Ice Palace! You can use Fire Rod or Bombos to pass. I have either of those? Can I use my, Uh-oh. It's Bombos. That's not Bombos. You Bombos? You're not Bombos. Uh-oh. Are you playing this Zelda Link to the Past? I had no idea you could do that. How'd you do it, man? Is there a secret you just help me play this mode? Let's see. I apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Javier Vaquez? I apologize if I butchered that name. But I'm doing Zelda Link to the Past randomized. And when you input the ROM to get your code, oh, excuse me, sorry about that, guys. When you enter the ROM to get your seed, you get the option to change the character sprite, so I changed it to Zelda. So yeah, there's that. Okay, we have been spared, guys. We're not going into the... Oh man, we're not going into the Ice Palace yet, because we need either the Bombos Medallion... We either need the Bombos Medallion, or we need the Fire Rod. We have neither, so we have been spared. Alright, so... Really quick, I'm gonna... What do you guys think? We want to try the Swamp Palace, maybe? It was a text from my madre. Don't you take my rupees from me. Alright, chat. Really quick, I am going to, let me do a couple of things. And while I'm doing these things, I want you guys to take a look at this map. We got a couple of options. Where do you guys want me to go next? Shall we go to number 5, number 3, number 4, number 2, or shall we go to the power thing? How is Zelda supposed to lift the Master Sword, aka the Grass's Bane? Well, I mean, she picked it up in the Wind Waker, right? Oh, got it. For a moment there, you got me hooked with the idea of playing the game to find out how to play as Zelda. Hey, you want to play as Zelda in an actual Zelda game? Go play Hyrule Warriors. Chorus, the Swamp Palace. Alright. Number 2. Okay, so we got number 2. Let me figure out which one, which dungeons are which. Alright, so open link in new tab. Let me see which one is the Swamp Palace and see which one is the... I need to... Alright, it looks like everybody's saying Swamp Palace. We're going to the Swamp Palace. Give me a second. Let me do a thing real quick. Alright. It has been settled. We are going to the Swamp Palace. Let us go to the Swamp Palace. Excuse me. Let's drain Best Legend of Zelda waifu. I don't know. If I say Zelda, am I gonna get mugged? Actually, no. I'm not gonna say Zelda. I really like Urbosa from Breath of the Wild. Love Urbosa. She's so good. Let's see. Make a big mistake, and in 1 second you will have 15K viewers in here. Okay. Big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake. I can't think of anything. Well, we're stuck. We're stuck with our actual views. Oops. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if we could beat this one guy. Oh no, we can't. We gotta go somewhere else, guys. We can't beat this place without the hook shot. We don't have it. That stinks. Oh wait, doesn't work in the dark world. Forgot. Alright, let's do this Sonic CD style. Teleportation, yeah! Skibbity-doo-bop. This isn't a 5J stream. Yeah, apologies, Slime. I do not have the ability to change the stream title right now. Yeah, even though I'm able to start the stream, I'm not able to change the stream title. So actually, really quick, let me see if I can get, if Jesse is online, let me see if I can get a hold of him. Like it's on vacation. Alright, so I just asked Jesse if he's busy right now, so I can see Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go to Death Mountain for now. And I'm just getting bodied. Yeah, so like I said earlier, apologies for the inconsistencies, guys. Right now I don't have a way to fix that. Maybe sometime in the future I will, but for now I do not. Yo, how you doing? I loved your vids. Well, they're not my videos, they're Jesse's videos. I'm just streaming for Jesse right now. But I appreciate that you do like the videos. They put a lot of hard work into getting those as good as they can for you guys. And Japanese text. I cannot read that. I apologize. $20! This game's cheap. Oh, wait, hold on. What am I doing? I have Google Translate. I am a victor. Streaming for him gets 1 cent an hour. 1 cent an hour? I stream, I get 1 cent of wisdom an hour. I need more wisdom. still, why did I get $20? Like, I already have 2,618 rupees. Why do I need more money? That's a trick question. I don't need more money. Cora, you're 11. Nice. Hello, I come to watch you play. Hello, Miss Weasley. Oh my, slimes, oh my. Oh my. Baby Moldorms, I do not like baby Moldorms. Love watching live streams while I'm at work. Oh, you're at work. Nice. If you don't mind me asking, where do you work? Like, what dost thou do for a living? Oh. Oh. Oh, we got a box. We got a box. We got a box. Okay. And art container. I already have like 5 of those. I don't need any more. You think that would have healed me up all the way, but no, it didn't. Ow. I think we already did some exploring in the cave. Slime, you're bored. Am I being too boring? If I'm being too boring, I'm sorry guys. I'm just a generally not entertaining person. I try to be as entertaining as possible. Oh, it's Sam's Club. Oh, we got one of those over here where I'm at. Alright, we're going back to the beginning. No, I'm just bored, you good streamer. Oh, thank you! I'm a horrible streamer too, LMAO. I mean, everybody starts off somewhere. I still don't think I'm the best streamer at all. Like, I guarantee you that there are people out there that could do this job 10 times better than I could. Ram, ram. I would be a good streamer if I could figure out what I'm doing. You are about to die, go buy some more bombs. I'm already at max bombs. I don't need more bombs. That's actually the last thing I need is more bombs. What is this game? A fan game or something? Oh. Slime, this is a quote-unquote mod, I think, for Link to the Past. It's Link to the Past randomized. Pretty much all the items are scattered around Hyrule, and the game's completely open. Oh, I did it again! But yeah, it's just a randomized version of Link to the Past. And it's fun. Be a good streamer if my viewers were actually able to actually watch my streams or something. Huh. Mod the game so you can have more fun. What? My man, I think you have a bomb problem. This is the first time I watched a live stream of Zelda. Oh, I'm glad that I was able to. You know, I'm glad that I was able to make this live stream your first. Run, 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 run. Invincibility! Yeah! I risked my life. 10 arrows. Buff it out. Buff it out. Buff it out. Buff it out. Oh! I have cheated death. Oh, you're so mean. That is mean. But I modded a game so I had 1 million bombs is something weird. Yeah, now that I think about it, it sounds crazy. Eh, just a little bit. Alright, so what do you think, guys? Do you think we're actually going to be able to do a dungeon now? Oh, look, a heart container. I'll come back and I'll get it. What other Legend of Zelda games are you planning to live stream after this? I was talking to Kayla a little bit about this. I was thinking maybe, you know, keep the randomizer theme going, play some Ocarina of Time randomized. Okay, I did not realize that there was a specific pattern that you had to follow. Try with bombs. Wolfman, I think you have a problem. Alright, really? About... Okay. That answers that. You die to bombs? Oh, but I do. Like, is there a specific pattern that I have to do? What if I go to the left first? Nope. Ow. 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 Get out of my way. Oh! Oh! Next one's a keeper. I guarantee it's gonna be a keeper. Oh, and I got my phones. Tangle again. Ow! Ow! Stop attacking me! You lied, you don't have max pop. Well, I used one after I said that. Right? Up. Yay! We did it! Now Zelda can save the world! Oh, do I have this one? Hey, look, guys, I actually have a pendant. I have a pendant that we can actually use. But I need full magic in order to use it. I'm hoping we find the half magic upgrade soon. did it! I feel bad for that turtle, though. Okay, I just want to throw a quick disclaimer out there. I have never done Turtle Rock before. Never. So this is gonna be fun. So really quick, let me get. Is this gonna be one of those things where I have to? Okay, so. You shall not pass without the red cane. Alright, well, we got the cane of Samaria. Bam. Guys, we did it! Yay! Come to the point where you change direction. Hold the direction, like, oh, make your way to the northeast. Northeast. Head right a screen. Create a platform and ride it southward. There are 4 torches. In this room, you'll need to use the fire rod to right. We can't beat this dungeon either. We don't have the fire rod. No! It's like time after time after time. We just can't do anything. No! I was doing good! Alright. Fine. Let me at least get this heart container over here. Jeez. Well, pray that the fire rod's in here, guys. Oh boy, I can't get through here either. Maybe, I don't know. Link uses the ether medallion. Ah! I almost had it. Let me try it again. Or just to be safe, I'll just use the medallion. Oh! Okay, that's a great fairy. We'll find that fire rod eventually, guys. Not stop until we find it. Alright, so since we're back in the light world, I guess we can go to Misery Mire. Maybe we can go to Misery Mire, I'm not sure. Spend all day watching this game, love it so much. It is a good game. It's a very, very good game. Alright, don't... No. Wonder if the next Legend of Zelda game is going to top Breath of the Wild. I think it will. Because they're going to take everything that they've learned from the past couple of games they've done and apply it to Breath of the Wild, and I think it's going to be a great experience. Alright. Hey, we can get into this one. That hurts my... We did it, guys! We cleared the swamp. you kidding me right now? Are you... Hold on. Is there a way that I can cross this with like Pegasus boots or something? Ah! Kotown, it does look hard to play. Come on. Haha! I did it! ¿Cómo estás? Oh no, it's Whiz Robes! Ah, they're a joke. Okay, BMOs aren't a joke though. BMOs are serious. Still have like the little ringly trash bag monsters from the... No, don't know Spanish? I don't know very much Spanish either. Oh! I'm all shooting lasers! Screen shaking intensifies. I don't know whether... Never beaten a Zelda, so you're fine. I don't know what to do! Said every person playing Zelda ever. I don't know what to do! Ow! What is that thing? I did it! Oh, I can't get in here. I have a key! Where do I get a key? Oh, I'm in trouble. No! Where do I go? What do I do? Oh, jeez. Oh, what have I gotten myself into today, boys? What have I gotten myself into? Ow. That kind of hurt. Do you give me a key? No. Do you give me a key? No. Oh. Do you give me a key? Can somebody give me a key? You give me a key? Do you give me a key? No, I don't want Bob's. Do you give me a key? No, don't give me Bob's. Do you give me a key? I will take your magic bottle, though. Watch how it's like an ice rod. Well, I think I need an ice rod. No, I can't even get through here! Oh, I'm having such bad luck right now. Go to the right, I guess. Okay. It's a rupee. Yay, a key! Guys, I found a key! I found the boss key! Do you give me something? Is your character Bomb Jesus? And I won't donate a key. Okay. Oh! Look at that. Yay! Yes! Glory, glory, hallelujah! You give me magic? No. You give me magic? Oh no, I'm chic! Ow! Guess we're just gonna keep on rolling. Just keep rolling, just keep rolling, just keep rolling. Oh, I would love to have that half magic upgrade right now. Are you a fan of animate? If by animate you mean anime, yeah, I like anime. Oh, are you getting autocorrect? That happens a couple of times. Where do you go? Don't go to the boss. Okay, didn't go to the boss. Okay, yeah, anime. Yeah, I like anime. You're running through this game like you're a speedrunner, but you don't know what you're doing. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. What do? I need magic. I don't have any magic! No, I don't have any magic! I need magic! I need magic! No! I need more magic! Magic! I need more magic. Wow. Do you give me magic? Yay! It's magic! 200 IQ. I do not have a 200 IQ. Stop lying to me. I don't have a 200 IQ. Ow! Come on, man. I'm just trying to get through this game. No! I don't wanna die! I don't wanna die! Yeah, I'm gonna get lost if I die. Do I go this way? Ow! No! 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 I don't want to die. Good evening. Here to watch the stream and support your channel. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, man, I have a heart. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. No, no, I don't want to die. I have so much to live for. Well, I can shoot arrows, right? Oh, oof. No, there's a block right. No. No, I gotta do this stupid jump now. No! There's only 15 people watching. That's fine. I'm okay. Having too much fun. No, I'm not having enough fun. No! Okay. Easy. Oh. Press F to pay respects. I'm gonna need a lot of Fs, chat. I'm trying to do what I did earlier to get across this pit. You just go at a very specific angle. There we go. Do you give me a key? No. Do you give me a key? No. You don't give me a key. You give me a key? No, I don't need more money. I need a key. I need a key. I don't need more bombs. Ow. What do? What do? And the big chest is... Ow. I did it. Are you kidding me? No! It's right there! Hey, I'm a new viewer to your stream. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jesse appreciates it. It's a good day. Except for the fact that I keep finding freaking bombs and keys and... what is this? This is Link to the Past Randomized. The title is not changed. I can't change it. So... Yeah, apologies. I'm sorry that I can't change the title. Oh, more whiz ropes, and they keep giving me bombs! I don't need bombs, I need health! And I don't need arrows! I don't want to turn into Sheik again. Okay, there's another heart. I don't know, I'll be surprised if we can beat one dungeon before I have to finish up. Yeah, I think we're gonna just try to beat this dungeon and then call it a day. No, I don't wanna die, I don't wanna die, I don't wanna die. Do a 360 no scope. I can try. 360. There we go. There's your 360 no scope. Do I get money now? I'm kidding. Oh man. Can't wait to go home and binge watch the Saw movies. Ooh, you're a Saw fan. No, no, I'm not dying again. I don't want to die again. No! Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, so, Alright, so, this is what we're going to do. We are going to take, we're going to take a bit of a break. I have to go make a phone call real quick. So we are going to take about a 5-minute break. So I will be, I'm going to keep the stream running, so don't go anywhere yet. I will be, video capture by, okay, I am gone, but I will be back. So just give me about 5 minutes. I gotta make a phone call real quick. So excuse me.
Hello, Tevi. Are you there? Hello, everybody on stream.
Hello? I think I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to make a phone call from my mum. And there I am. Okay. Alright, we're back. So let me get some things.
Hello.
There you are. How you doing?
Hello.
Oh, man.
Hello.
Hello.
Tavi.
Jossie.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Have I?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Good. Just streaming right now.
I want to go upstairs so I can get on the computer and I can chat with you, so because we're best friends.
Okay. Yay, best friend.
Alright, give me a moment.
Okie doke.
Hello.
Hello?
I am outside walking up the stairs, about to go through my door. There's a bunch of people playing football.
Yeah, football! The best American sport. Actually, no, I think it's baseball.
Sports ball.
Sports ball!
I too played the sports.
I too played the sports. Played a little bit of t-ball when I was a kid. Haven't really played much sports since then.
Oh, I was never good with my alphabet.
Oh, I can't warp from inside a room.
So did you enter the giveaway?
I have not yet. I will probably sometime tonight.
I did, in the hopes that maybe I would win and I wouldn't have to pay anyone. No.
That's funny.
I entered just to see if it actually worked.
Okay.
And it did.
So the question becomes, if you actually win, does that mean we gotta do another one?
Yeah, that is weird. Dun dun. Da, 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 da.
So I've been streaming for almost, it'll be 2 hours at 9:30.
Oh, you've already, really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you've been on that long. I thought you've been on for like 10 minutes.
I've been on for about 2 hours.
Ah.
But it's okay, you've missed nothing. I've literally done nothing this entire stream because I'm so confused right now.
You never. You should have like messaged me or something, so I could have changed.
Yeah, I should have, and I didn't. I didn't think about it.
It's changed now.
Okay. Yeah, I should have messaged you about that. I never got around to it though.
Which it's not really that bad because it's still Zelda. It's
Yeah.
just instead of a Link to the Past, or it was Link's Awakening on the thumbnail.
I only had a couple of people.
Which, to be
asking
fair,
about it.
is the same Link.
Yeah, it's the same Link, so I mean it counts, right?
Yeah, if it was Kayla's stream where I had her thumbnail, they would have been like, "This is clickbait. There's no girl streaming."
Yeah, so we tried going to the Ice Palace at the beginning of the stream. That didn't work. So then we tried going to the Swamp Palace. That didn't work. Then we tried going to Turtle Rock. That didn't work.
Hello?
And so, hello?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can everybody on stream hear Jesse fine? So, Jesse, how about that Smash reveal, huh?
Oh, it was good.
It was amazing.
There was a lot of people, what was it? So there's people that was like saying that, oh, they're not going to release any more characters. He said that because there's already all the characters in there, there's not going to be a focus on new characters. And then as soon as this one starts, they reveal. Yeah. And like that's the thing that I've always been saying is that like you can't take Nintendo 100% on what they say. Not because they're like meaning to lie to you, but because of marketing and NDAs and stuff. It's like if they tell you, then all of their marketing strategy goes away.
Yeah, it's just
because
gone.
Yeah, because like if they tell you everyone that's coming 6 months before the game comes out, then when they have the trailers for those characters, it's not going to be a big deal because everyone's going to be like, we already knew this. Who cares? So they say, oh, well, we're just going to focus on the characters we have instead of new characters. That way, when they do show off something new, people are going to be like, oh my god.
It's immersion.
Yeah. So one thing that I think they should do is they said they were updating all of the levels except the N64 levels. So here's what I think. I think they should have all of the classic levels the way that they originally looked, and then have all of the levels looking newer. Because if they updated all of the levels to look newer, then they still have like the old levels there, because you have to start with the old level as a base and then build on top of it.
Yeah.
So that means they already had all of the old levels the way they were already put in the game. And then they went through the game and modified them. So it's not like they would have to do extra work to have the old levels in there, because the old levels were already in there. That was the base on what they updated everything.
Yeah. Well, I do like
It's
how
just the
they're
Nintendo.
I do like how they are keeping the original levels the way that they are, like the original N64 ones. I think that's a nice bit of a nostalgia.
Yeah.
Felt like such a girl during that direct. I almost cried when I saw Simon Belmont.
Yeah, I woke up kind of late that day, so whenever I seen it, it was already old news. Like, some of it was kind of a surprise, but then, like, the King K. Rool thing, everyone already spoiled it. And, like, that's not...
Oh, man. The King K. Rool trailer was absolutely amazing. I loved it so much.
Yeah. So, one thing that I wanted to point out was the Mario movie that they're working on. If it looks anywhere nearly as good as... Hold on, my... Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Okay, had to fix my headphones. So if the Smash, or if the Mario movie looks anywhere near as good as the Luigi everything looked, then I have no worries about this movie.
Yeah.
Because this was just a 15-second clip to promote a game where Luigi is just one of like 100 other characters. So, if they put as much love into the actual movie, where, you know, it's meant to look better than the game, because the game's, you know, rendering on the console and the movie's actually, you know, a movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like if A Link to the Past, or not A Link to the Past, if the Mario movie comes out and it, yeah, like everyone was just like, oh, the Mario movie's gonna suck, and I'm like, well, you know, it was just Luigi doing like literally 2 or 3 different words, but if the voice acting and the emotion from the characters and stuff, like you could have turned that 15-second thing of Luigi in the mansion and then the ghost coming out, you could have easily turned that into like a 10 to 15-minute short with just that, where it's like Luigi snooping around a place and then he like solves a puzzle or two, or like steps on a switch or two, and then like the main door opens and then he goes through the main door and then he dies and then he comes back to life.
Yeah.
So like that would have been like adding no more voice dialogue, because it's just Luigi by himself, so he doesn't really have to talk. He can just like make the scared noises.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts. So that made me think that the movie is going to be even better than I originally thought.
Yeah.
Because if they're putting this much love into just like a 15-second short, that doesn't even make sense, because it's Luigi with Capcom characters, I think.
I believe
Konami?
Konami, yeah. This is not the way that I should be fighting this boss, but I'm fighting this boss this way anyway. Because I don't have any other options.
You're going around, the fireballs are chasing you right now. Now there's the big hole in the ground. You just switch to a bomb.
Oh, can I not?
You went through the boss door. There you go.
Hello.
Sexy Mac! It's Connor!
You know what? I didn't expect that from you, Jesse, to be honest.
What?
The everything.
Oh. I'm sorry. Was it too much excitement?
Nah, it was good. I liked it.
There's not enough excitement.
No,
this
not
needs to
enough.
happen
It was a
every
good
time.
kind of unexpected, you know?
It needs to happen every time from everybody.
Just as soon as I joined the call, just a demon chant, "Sexy Mac."
Sexy Mac. Ugh. Well, Connor, since you're here, how about that Smash Direct, huh?
Oh yeah, that was it. That was pretty darn good.
Oh my
Did
god.
you enter our giveaway, Sexy Mac?
I don't believe I did.
Oh, well, I guess you don't like eShop money.
Yoda, let me do it right heckin' now.
Yeah, at least I have an excuse. I'm live streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
And
not,
if
but
you-
I'm doing it now.
Oh.
If you are already subscribed or following on Twitter, it'll just re-subscribe you, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
do anything, you know?
Well, unfortunately, I don't know why, but I wasn't subscribed before. I thought I was, but apparently not.
Oh, nice. So yeah, it is a partnership with Nintendo Prime. He used to run Zelda Informer before Mosses bought it and fired him.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I keep
Buyer
falling in this
competition,
hole.
guys.
That is
Uh,
unfortunate.
I keep falling into this
Mossy's-
hole.
I see that. Mossy's owned Zelda
Oh.
Dungeon, and then Zelda Informer was their #1 competition, and then they bought Zelda Informer. They're like, well,
Yeah, I did it.
I would say if we can't beat them, we'll just buy them, but
If you can't beat him,
I guess,
buy him.
like, if he had the money to purchase Zelda Informer, then he most likely was beating him.
Yeah.
Because you would think, like, the one that's on top would have the money to purchase the other one. But anyways, after that, a lot of the people, because there's a lot of people at Zelda Dungeon that hated Zelda Informer, and a lot of people at Zelda Informer that hated Zelda Dungeon because they're rivals or whatever. Who was it? Nate did not own Zelda Informer, but he was the guy that was in charge of it for like 10 years or 6 years or however long. And he stayed on for a while, and then he ended up making Nintendo Prime.
Oh boy!
Okay, Nintendo Prime.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so great! By the way,
Yeah,
Toby, nice job on getting past the pit. That was,
Thank you.
weird.
It only took me 15 tries.
Yeah.
Is that how you get through it in the actual game? Or...
I'm not sure. I remember seeing it. Oh, there's a chest right here, and I can't grab it. But I remember seeing somebody actually do it once, and that's just kind of how I've always done it.
You don't have like there's a cape or something you get in the game, right? Or like a rod that makes you jump over the holes?
I haven't gotten the cape yet. I have the red cane and the blue cane. I don't know if there's another cane. Is there another cane?
I don't know. But I think there's something that lets you jump over those gaps. That might be Link's Awakening or something I'm thinking of. I know Minish Cap has one as well.
The rock feather is in Link's Awakening. I know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did the giveaway thing, and so can everyone on stream if they go over to the Game Over Jesse Discord and look in the announcements chat for the giveaway of a $20 Nintendo eShop gift card.
Oh my! What a great segue.
Yeah.
So there's only been one video, to my knowledge, posted promoting it. Other than that, it's just been the Discord, people from Discord or whatever. But because my video hasn't gone up yet, it's actually rendering right now. But Nintendo Prime's video went up late last night, so it didn't have the advantage of being seen by everyone who watches videos during the day. So where it went up last night, not as many people seen it. But I still had over like 100 new Twitter followers and 100 new subscribers on YouTube.
Oh my.
And yeah, like it worked a lot better than I thought it would have. So, especially because that was just one day and we have several days to go. I think it like 11 more days because it ends on the 22nd, which is the day that I get paid. So whenever I get paid, I can just send it to whoever wins.
It is in fact 11 days.
Yeah, so because it's done so well, what I'm going to do is probably while I still have this one going with Nate, I'm going to have another one going with someone else. Not really sure who yet, but we talked to RMFH about possibly doing it. He was up for it, but he only posts videos like once every week or two. So by the time he posted a video, it would already almost be done with. So we're going to wait on that, and then we're going to, whenever, like a week from now or whatever, I'm going to try to do one with like Miss Click or someone. Yeah.
Guys, I did a shaky shake in the dungeon. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, you seem to be a little bit stuck.
Oh, it did. It came through.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, but it worked really, really well, and hopefully it continues to go really, really well, and then I can find someone else who wants to do it. So
Yay!
That would be the dream.
yeah.
And that's the dream, baby.
But also, guys in the chat, just saying, if you haven't entered already and you're thinking, oh, $20 isn't all that much, it actually is quite a bit because you can get Hollow Knight for that price and still have some money left over. It's pretty neat.
Hollow Knight? Tell me more,
Yeah.
Connor!
Well, you see, Hollow Knight's only $15 in the Nintendo eShop, and it comes with all the future DLC for the game, which is just a gosh darn good package, yeah. And plus, you'll have another $5 left over. Who would have thought?
If you're a fan of A Link to the Past, there is a game that is basically A Link to the Past made by a different developer called I always forget the name of the game.
Kayla tells you like every 5 minutes who the developers are.
No, the Castle Pixel, or Castle Pixels, the developers, the name of the game. Because I always think of it as just like, oh, it's that Zelda clone.
Oh, it's a Zelda
Which is really bad. Yeah, like in the review for it, I was like, it is a Zelda clone, but not in the way that like people try to make a game look like Zelda and then it's a bad game, and they just try to make it look like Zelda so it'll sell. This one was actually made by people that you could tell was Zelda fans. So like they weren't just taking the Zelda formula and ruining it. They actually made it really good. Like the game literally starts out with the grandmother, the grandfather, whoever, telling the story to the two kids. And it's like, did I ever tell you the story about the kid named, or the elf boy that lived in the kingdom of High? And then the kids interrupt them before he finishes Hyrule. And they're like, yes, you've told us 1,000,000 times. And then he's like, okay, well, let me tell you this other story about this. And it's basically like, it plays it to where the story that they're telling you is literally the exact same story. They just switched out the names. So like the beginning of it goes with, so it's like instead of Link saving the Princess Zelda in Hyrule, it's Tom saving the Princess Mononoke in the town of Mushroom Kingdom or whatever. So it's like they make it so like they just change the names of stuff and tell like literally the exact same story, and then it goes into the actual game. And then there's some times where like something will happen in the game and the kids are like, no, that's not what happens, tell it the other way. So it's like your character will like your character actually is meant to die from the boss battle, like the boss is just way too strong, and then the kids interrupt and it's like, that's not how it goes, tell us the real way. And then it starts over at the boss battle and then you kill the boss. So it's cool. It's a very, very cool game. That's not exactly what happens, but I don't want to spoil for the people. Yeah. That's kind of what happens.
Well, I mean, is it a Zelda clone, or is it
Blossom Tales is
okay. Name. Is it a Zelda clone, or is it a Zelda Echo Fighter?
Oh man, I would say it's a Zelda Echo Fighter.
Oh, by the way, guys, there's another great game called Stardew Valley, and that one's only $15.
$15?
$15?
Yeah!
Whoa!
All right.
No, so that's the thing.
Yeah, wait, that's cool.
If you win, you can just pick what game you want, as long as it's under $20, or you can use the $20 to get your own game. Is the thing.
And heck, you can even buy Snipper Clips, which is $19.99.
Yeah. The thing is, we have, like I say, they can choose what game they want, because if they pick a game that we just happen to have a code for, then we save $20.
Yeah.
There's also a little game called Guts and Glory, which is it's $15, and that one's basically a Happy Wheels but 3D and cool.
Happy Wheels but 3D and cool.
I don't know if it's on Switch, but there's a Smash Brothers clone called Brawlhalla.
That is not on Switch.
Rivals of Aether is on Switch, right?
Let me check.
Well, there was one Smash Brothers clone where not Banjo-Kazooie, Yooka-Laylee joined.
I think
so. Like everyone was saying, like, oh, we want Banjo-Kazooie or we want Yooka-Laylee on Smash Brothers, and then this game, like, they actually got Yooka-Laylee.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Rivals of Aether is not on Nintendo Switch.
I thought there was a. I thought there was a Smash Brothers clone on Switch.
There is, but I don't remember what it's called.
Oh my.
We got a Pokemon White 2, I think, code.
Pokemon White 2.
Interesting.
Yeah. And we got it like 2 years after the game came out, and it was like, why did someone give us this code?
And why do we still have it?
No, I gave it to Daniel.
Ah.
So, because at the time I didn't have a 3DS. When I used to have Pokemon Y, it was either X or Y on 3DS, I cheated so badly in that game because it's like you can type in a code on the SD card. So like you put the SD card in a computer, type out like a little code thing on it, and then put the SD card back into your game. And then when you load up your save file, the code that you put in will automatically give you any Pokemon or any item that you want at whatever level you want. So I made like a bunch of the highest level Mews and Mewtwo's and everything, and then I would like trade them to people on this Facebook group that I was in for legit versions of the Pokemon. So I'd be like, hey, who wants to trade like a level 80 Mewtwo for like a Moltres or whatever? And then we would trade, and I would have a legit legendary, and then they would have like a Pokemon that if they went to like a competition or something, they'd get kicked out. Which is bad, but yeah. And then like a lot of the people, they knew that it was fake, but they didn't know how to do it. And I was like, well, there's YouTube videos, but here you go. And sometimes like the game knows where certain Pokemon are found. So whenever you put in that you got the Pokemon, like if you got a water Pokemon from like a fire location or whatever, and they're like, hey, the game doesn't spawn this Pokemon in that area, this isn't a real Pokemon, then it would like kick you offline. So you would have to like be smart about it and say like, hey, this Pokemon was caught from this place at this certain level, but now it's level whatever, and then it thinks it's legit. So pretty cool. You just gotta be smart with it. I ended up selling that 3DS. Yeah. Which was.
Well, by the way,
horrible.
guys, there's also another game on the Nintendo Wii Shop that's only $15, and it's called Super Meat Boy.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
Super Meat Boy Forever. There's a story about that. Super Meat Boy Forever is actually a sequel to Super Meat Boy, but the thing is, usually like Call of Duty or a big game a sequel will sell a lot more. So like if you have something and then you have something 2, everyone will be like, oh, it's the sequel to that game, it's gonna be whatever, blah blah blah, and then more people will buy it. But with indie games, it's the exact opposite. Sometimes sequels sell better, but a lot of the time people want the original. So with Super Meat Boy, it's marketed as just a better version of the original, like a definitive edition, but it's actually like a whole new sequel. But they didn't want to call it Meat Boy 2 because everybody will be like, well, I like the original, so I'm gonna get it instead of taking a chance on this sequel. So they ended up just calling it Forever. That way it's titled like it could be a sequel, but it doesn't say 2. And then when they talk about it, they talk about it as if it is Super Meat Boy. But they say that there's a lot of additional content added to it instead of coming out and saying it's whatever. But I thought that was really interesting strategy.
Also, I just want to answer a question someone had in the chat, and that was, so the Echo Fighter term will become a slang by the Nintendo fans, but people will still call them clones because that's what the entire fighting game community calls them.
Yeah.
But the people who like play Smash like dedicatedly will like refer to them as Echo Fighters. Like, you know, like the major Nintendo fans will probably still do that.
Echo Fighters.
It just depends on the person, really.
Echo Fighters just sounds cooler. Like,
And
it's really just depending on personal preference.
yeah.
didn't they have a thing in the new Direct to where on the character selection screen you can have Echo Fighters to where they are separated
them either,
from
separated from the same frame as the other fighter that they are based on, or they can be put together so that you can swap between them with a button press.
Okay, I like the having them separate.
Yeah.
Same. Makes the roster feel more full.
Makes it feel bigger. Yeah.
Plus, it gets to show that nice art.
Yeah, the only time that I could think of a fighting game that had more characters than this was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That had like 120 characters.
I
Well,
know.
we're just transformations and power-ups of other characters, but pretty much, yeah.
I know that Mortal Kombat Armageddon brought every single character back, like Smash Ultimate's doing. The only thing is, Smash Ultimate's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. And who here is hyped for that hidden mode they were talking about?
I think that's obviously the single player campaign.
Yeah. I'm making a meme.
Yeah, because like they had all of the signs of a story mode, like the cutscenes and everything that you would expect in a normal thing. But then it's like
they've also got the fact that like they have like a boss stage, like, and they didn't show multiple characters fighting the boss. They just had one character with the boss.
Well, actually, in the scene with Dracula, when they introduced Richter, you could see Dracula.
Oh no, I'm talking about Rathalos.
Yeah, Rathalos. I forgot about Rathalos.
Yeah, like during his fight sequence, it's just one player. That's it.
Yeah,
those arrows on the map where those bushes are pointing down. If you go up past the arrow bushes, there's the flute boy, but in the Game Boy Advanced version of the game, it was retconned to make him a Kokiri.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, so he was just a flute boy, but now it's a Kokiri with the Ocarina.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, and I was reading the Zoldor encyclopedia yesterday, and it said that the Kokiri originated as Hylians who just like preferred living in the forest. So what I imagined happened, if we take the encyclopedia's truth, which the encyclopedia has been wrong on a bunch of things, because like when Nintendo doesn't give them, like the writers of the book, the information, they fill in the gaps with their own theories. So the book is basically no different than the three of us sitting down and trying to explain everything. It's just their theory was the one that was chosen instead. But anyways, it says that they started out as normal Hylians that you preferred living in the forest or whatever. So what I think happened is they went to the forest, probably gathered around the Deku tree for protection because he's like a magical, powerful guardian or whatever. And then eventually, the kids that were born under the watch of the Deku tree were probably, since like they all worshipped the Deku tree or whatever, the Deku tree probably granted them like immortality or something, or protection. Like instead of getting sick and dying or whatever, you can live forever as long as you don't leave my watch or whatever, which is, I imagine, why they can't leave the forest, because that was a big thing in Ocarina of Time, that the Kokiri can't leave the forest.
Yeah.
So,
I could just imagine that conversation now. It's like, okay, I'm gonna let you guys live forever, but you guys promise me two things. One, you're gonna have to stay within my watch at all times, and two, you're gonna have to let me turn you guys into pieces of wood whenever I want.
Yeah. No, so the wood thing is, I would imagine that would be a way for, like, if they stay in the forest under their protection, they can stay as normal Highlands or whatever, but whenever they leave, not necessarily just because they leave, but because of all the events and stuff, he probably, like, changed them into the form of the Koroks. That way they don't have to rely on the protection of the Deku tree. Because like if they're at Death Mountain or whatever, or like Lake Hylia, then he won't be able to protect them with his magic. So he turned them into Koroks so they had the ability to protect themselves and they could poop out gold.
Guys, question.
Yeah.
Hi.
Do you think that there is any connection between the Kokiri and the Picori?
No.
Because, I mean, they're both, like, forest creatures, even though, or, like, humanoid forest creatures, even though one's much smaller than the other. And I don't know. It just feels like there might be some kind of connection between them, because, I mean, apparently the Kokiri, the Picori are only visible to children, and the Kokiri are basically all children, for the most part. So it's like...
Well, the Picori predate the Kokiri, which you could maybe get the theory that like the Picori turned into the Kokiri, but like I think like there's always the possibility, but then like I believe that theory just as much as the theory of the Kikui turning into the Kokiri. The Kikui being the plant-like thing, which like honestly anything is possible because like you have a human, basically a human kid turning into like a wooden creature, and then you have a fish evolving into a bird with like the Rito and the Zora. So honestly anything's possible. Like if a fish can evolve into a bird, and like how crazy does this sound? There are fish that evolved into a bird, but as a bird they cannot fly unless they have the scales of a dragon.
Yeah, sounds weird.
Yeah, so like that is told to us in game, and as weird as that is, I'm like, okay, well if that is true, then honestly anything can happen.
Yeah,
is how I look at it. So,
and unfortunately, it makes theories real hard.
Yeah. And then like there's the theory of like the Kokiri turning into the monkeys in Majora's Mask or Twilight Princess, and I look at that as like, you know, someone turning into a monkey. Like they're still, you know, the same class or whatever of animals or primates, whatever. So that's more believable. Like a human resembles a monkey a lot more than a fish resembles a bird. Yeah. So as weird as that might sound, it's more believable than the Zora. Like honestly anything's believable for me.
Yeah, like
so if we're talking about like purely about evolution, technically fish did evolve into birds. Because I mean the first like living creatures on our planet like were like microorganisms in the water. Like that was how it went, and then they evolved into land animals, and then eventually those became birds.
I like burbs.
Like burbs.
Burbs.
Burb is good.
What is a burb? As in suburbs?
No.
Who ruined it? Was it you, Tavi, that came in and ruined the high?
What?
Ruined the what?
The high. On Discord, me and Slime kept on saying hi back and forth, and then someone commented and ruined it.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh, by the way, guys, who here has listened to the tracks that were uploaded on the Smash Bros. Website?
Oh my god, the Bloody Tears remix is absolutely amazing.
It's great, but also, can I just say that my new favorite track is the F-Zero medley?
F-Zero!
Like, you know the old Transformers movie, like the old animated one, the intro bit, like where they just yell Transformers. That's literally the F-Zero thing.
Robots in disguise.
Have you guys seen the IGN thing where like their editor copied a review and got fired? Or
whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't hear about them getting fired.
Yeah, I was on the Spawnwave Media, if you guys know who he is. I was on a bunch of his podcasts before. And on some of the podcasts I was on, Philip, the guy that got fired, was also a guest on there. So while I wasn't friends with Philip, I knew who he was, and we talked a bunch of times on the podcast and then off the podcast. His YouTube channel was actually smaller than my YouTube channel. He had like 62,000 subscribers, where mine has 67. But he got hired because of his YouTube channel to IGN, which at the time I thought was kind of odd, because I imagined they would have picked someone a little bit more professional. Not that he wasn't professional, but like, I don't look at myself as professional, so seeing a smaller YouTube channel than mine, I wouldn't look at that as professional either. Because we're all just like nerds in the bedroom talking about games and stuff. I don't
You
see.
can take that so many ways.
It's really hard for me to look at people that do what I do and be like, yeah, that's professional. It's like, no, that's just someone doing what they like to do, which I guess is now I don't know. Anyways, so like whenever he got hired, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But right before that, Alana Pierce, who used to work with me at Zelda Universe, she was the co-host of Zelda Universe. Now it's Amanda. And so she got hired, and then this guy got hired. So I guess it kind of made sense that they were just picking people that already do basically what IGN people do, except at home. That way they don't have to like train or get whatever. They can just get people that already have experience. So I guess that kind of makes sense that people like that would get hired, or people like me. Anyways, on his thing, like, it was okay for a while. He was the host of their Nintendo podcast. He was one of the editors of their Nintendo news section. And then the very first review that he was completely in charge of, because usually you would just write a review, give it to an editor, the editor would look over it, change stuff, and then publish it. This was the first one where he was the editor, which meant it was up to him to look at it. And the very first time he was left in charge of his own thing, he stole a review from a small YouTube channel with like 10,000 subscribers. Now it probably has like 100,000 because of all the attention that the channel got. But it was like really weird when it happened, and then he immediately got fired the next day, which was kind of weird. Not weird, I guess it's reasonable, but like, you know, he was living somewhere wherever he lived, and then he got a job at IGN, and then he like moved to San Francisco where IGN is. So it's like now he's gonna probably have to move back. His, like, any website, gaming website with any amount of respect will not hire him, because if they hire him, that will immediately be like, okay, well, if this website is okay with hiring people who steal content, then people that work there probably already do this, and that's why they're okay with it. Or it'll make every review that comes out from that website, people will dissect it to see if it's stolen as well. And there's a lot of websites that, although they would be okay with giving him a second chance, nobody wants to have that burden on them. So for a while, at least 6 months or so, I would say, he's going to have to build himself back up on his own YouTube channel. But every time that he uploads a video, people are probably going to just flood it with hate comments. So I have no idea what he's going to be doing in the gaming industry or his own YouTube channel. I guess he could like push through and like post his own videos and like take off the comments to where people can't like leave nasty hate comments or whatever. Or he could just like let people get it out of their system for a while, and then once the hate comments start coming in, then he can start doing stuff. But anyways, he posted his apology video. And in his apology video, he never, not one time, like it's labeled his apology video or whatever, but he never apologizes for it in the video. He never confirms or takes ownership that he stole the review, and he never denies that he stole the review. So like, it's a 5-10 minute video where he basically says nothing at all. The only thing,
all IGN videos?
the only thing that he really says is, like, again, he doesn't apologize for stealing the review. He doesn't say it was a misunderstanding and he didn't steal the review. So like, he never confirms or denies that he steals it, and half the video is him saying that, like, he understands the people that are sending him hate mail, but people doesn't, like, they don't need to be messaging like his family and stuff like that. He goes over how a lot of people have been dissecting his old reviews to see if they're stolen as well, where like the editor of Kotaku claims that he stole a review from like some FIFA review from another website. He talks about that for a while, saying he didn't steal that review. He doesn't say he didn't steal this new review. And then like he spends 2 or 3 minutes of the video talking bad about the editor guy from Kotaku that was accusing him. And it's like, yeah, you're being accused because one of your videos is a clear stolen review from this other site. And then this other review that you had, like half of it is identical to this other review. So if you stole one and the other one looks like you stole it, then it's understandable why people are accusing you of stealing more, because it's like if you're willing to do this under IGN, then you'll probably have done it a long time before that. And in his video, he says that when he reviews a game, it's common for a lot of people to watch other reviews to get an idea of the game, which isn't true, because when you're given the game to review, you're given the game early, which means like you shouldn't have a chance to watch another person's review unless you were lazy and didn't do it when you were supposed to, because you're supposed to, like, you have that week or two to play through the game and write out your review, and then everyone's review is supposed to go up on the same day. It's to, like, there's a lot of different reasons for it, but part of the reason is so, like, everyone has their own opinions on it, because you don't want to taint your opinion based off of someone else's review. Like when I review games, I don't go and watch other people's reviews of that game to get an idea of how to review it. I just think of, most commonly, the way that I do it is like I'll pick my 5 favorite things from the game and then the 5 least favorite things from the game. Because generally, if a game is like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, no one, like everyone's going to be focused on how great the game is, what makes it so great. No one's really going to focus on the bad parts of the game because they're not really there. Because if they were there, then it wouldn't be a 10 out of 10 if you could easily pick out a bunch of bad parts of it. So even if it is a game that I would consider like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, I still pick, like, even though they aren't that bad and they might be nitpicking, it's still 5 things that are like, even though they might still be good, it's stuff that probably could have been better. So it's not necessarily something bad, it's just the worst good thing, if that makes sense. And I do that way it's not biased, because if you go to a Zelda channel that's all about Zelda and they review a Zelda game and they don't say anything bad about it, the person's gonna be like, well, this is very biased review. Like, obviously they're not gonna say anything bad about it, they're a Zelda fanboy. So I still list the 5 things. Yeah, where a lot of people just focus on like the graphics, the story, the music, whatever, the gameplay. I'll focus on that too, but I'll focus on, like, even if it's not a bad game, I'll still focus on 5 bad things. Anyways, that's just my thing. I wanted to talk about that because I seen someone posted, Kotaku actually posted an article where it says former IGN reviewer responds to the plagiarism allegations that got him fired, saying it was not at all intentional. And then, like, it's like, how is it not intentional? Like, if you sit down and still
how do you not have the intent when you literally do the exact thing that you're being accused of?
I didn't mean to steal it.
Yeah, and there's another
I just wanted to use it in my own context, which was just, taking the video and then re-uploading it, basically.
I posted this to Daniel and Kayla on the server that we have for the podcast, but I gotta find it because it was kind of hilarious. Where Okay, so I said in his apology video, the guy who stole the review, he never apologized for stealing it, he never confirmed he stole it, he never denied he stole it, he just said he takes full responsibility. And then I was like, which is obvious, I mean, it's not like it was anyone else's fault. And I wrote that I was confused. So it's like, of course you take full responsibility because, like, you can't blame the person who had the original review because he was the one that had it stolen from him. You can't blame anyone at IGN because no one, like, they weren't the ones that wrote it. It would be like if I shot Tevi in the knee and then everyone was like, Jesse, why did you shoot Tevi in the knee? And I'm like, okay, I take full responsibility. It's like, of course you do. Like, Sexy Mac didn't shoot him.
You
no one
shot
else.
me in the knee!
Yeah, no one else could take responsibility. So it's like he spent the entire video saying nothing.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
It's like, well, you know what? I shouldn't have been sold a gun.
And then, yeah, like that's basically what I feel he was trying to do. Where it's like IGN should have not put me in charge of this review.
It's like they put you in a position of trust that you accepted.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
If
they're
you-
the ones that hired me. So if anyone should be blamed. No, but like it's the thing is like, of course you take full responsibility. If you didn't, it would just make you look like an even bigger piece of crap. Like you can't like put that off on someone else. And then like the whole video, the way he talks, he's acting. Like he's putting on a sad voice where you can tell he's not sad. Because it sounds like he's been crying about it since the moment it happened. Which he probably has been crying somewhat. Because like his
somebody found out that I
career-
stole this.
yeah, like his career is basically ruined. So yeah, I would probably cry too. But like the way like he talks in like a very sympathetic voice, like he was coached through this an hour before it actually went on, to where like he actually thought out what is the best way that I can do this without saying I stole it. So he like dodges ever actually confirming or denying he stole it. He talked in a sad voice to try to get more sympathy from people. And then like he's saying stuff like I take full responsibility, which is something that like you shouldn't say because it's no one else's fault. And like the whole video is just talking. It's like I kind of feel bad for him because I know him. I was on like different podcasts and stuff with him. But at the same time, it's like, dude,
You done goofed.
You done
There's
goofed.
nothing else to it, really.
I was like, what are you doing? Like,
By the way, Jesse, the person who uploaded the video who like got their thing stolen, they now have about 300 subscribers more than you do.
Oh my.
300 more?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so he gained like 50,000 subscribers in like 2 days.
Yeah, the video
So
has
that was
like
the thing.
a million views.
Yeah.
Like
so
the
it's
other one
like-
where like he was like explaining that his stuff got stolen.
Yeah, and there's like I kind of wish this would have happened to me. Like I know what he was doing. He purposefully picked a small channel,
Yeah.
thinking no one would see the review and it would be okay.
But he
And
was
nobody would
wrong.
know.
Lol, nope.
No, you're bad.
Yeah, and like the funny thing is, when I was at E3, I talked to I can probably find the picture somewhere and post it, but like his boss, who is on the podcast as well, because there's 3 or 4 people that's always on the podcast,
Yes.
and he isn't just like his boss or whatever, but he's one of the main guys at IGN. Like he's one of the people that started IGN.
One of the
Um,
founders.
Yeah, when it was like, I think it started as just a Nintendo 64 news site.
Wouldn't doubt it.
So it was like IGN 64 or something like that with 64 in the name. And then they
Also,
branched
he's probably
off.
getting excited about getting an item.
I got the ether medallion. We can finally do the ice palace.
Nice.
That's what I said we were gonna do like 3 hours ago.
The ice was one of my favorite dungeons.
I've heard horror stories about the ice dungeon.
Oh shit. My brother posted all of his wedding pictures on YouTube or on Facebook. So like all the pictures, there's like 100 pictures that all have me tagged. I went to my pictures to find this one. I wonder if I got a picture with him. So here's the picture I got with Alana, which was weird. Like, it was kind of odd because she didn't remember me. So like I had to reintroduce myself. She was like, "Oh yeah, I know you, blah blah blah." She knew who my YouTube channel was, but she didn't necessarily know who I was. Yeah.
Yay!
And I guess she didn't put it together that the Jesse that she used to write with wasn't the same Jesse that did the YouTube stuff. So very odd.
Alright, here we are.
I'll use my admin powers and post the pictures in social.
Guys, I'm so scared.
Don't be scared.
We're still
Be very scared.
Oh god.
So there are the pictures.
Look at that.
Alright!
Nice!
Oh, so since we're on the subject of voices now, Connor, a quick question.
What is that?
How good is your Solid Snake impression?
It could use work, but it's okay. I think it's passable.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
Metal Gear.
I'm working on mine right now.
Give me that.
Do you guys want to see something that I'll never see again?
Yeah.
Sure.
Look at social.
You're shirtless because I think we're gonna see that again. Oh, look at that.
Hey.
Looking dapper.
Jesse's with the pretty lady. Go,
Oh,
Jesse,
man.
go.
Look at that man go.
Go, Jesse, go, go, go. Oh, I'm already not liking this place. Because there are ice physics, not ice physics. Okay, there we go. Head up a screen. What? Oh, okay, alright, I know what to do. I'm really hoping that for Smash Ultimate they do codec calls for every single character.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be so
What
cool.
if they like combined all of the different like versions of like the codec calls, like having the Star Fox thing and then Palutena's guidance, but just like have all of them?
Yeah. Low blow,
character.
Colonel.
Low blow, Colonel.
Metal Gear. Can't be.
Metal Gear.
Dude. Okay, so the real Andy, I have, he sent some audio a long time ago from a video that he recorded voiceover for.
Uh-huh.
And he's trying to get into his radio voice, and how he does it is like he keeps repeating that line, Metal Gear, over and over, trying to get in the
Really?
voice.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You know, for me, I just go into it just like, hello and welcome.
Metal Gear.
This is the Midnight Radio. Today we're going to be talking about smooth jams all the time.
You like jazz?
You'll like jazz because that's what we're playing for the next 7 hours.
Man, my neck is too big.
And you know, some people like big necks.
Guys, I did it! I killed my first Stelphos in Link to the Past! Oh no, there's another one!
Oh no!
I did it!
Chuderi, nice.
I did it!
Chuderi, yes. Yes, you did it.
Yes, I did it.
You did it a good bit, yes.
Okay, do I have to flip the... Let's see. Make sure the switch is orange, and then head through the locked door. Alright. Q.
Nice.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Oh my god. That is like mean and gruff Solid Snake. Like that is Big Boss right there.
You see, I don't do tongue twisters, and I just accept the fact that I'm gonna flub either way. So I just try to record around that.
I'm gonna be using the ether a lot because I got stuff to do.
Sounds good.
Slidey, slip slide, no.
It's a slip and slide.
Ah! Okay, let's see.
Which voice, Mr. Weasley? Hmm?
Let's see. Run to the left side of the room.
But man, look at that! All that burning stuff in a room full of ice. Who would have thunk it?
Let me see. At the floor below, jump.
You need to do a theory with HMK and Commonwealth Realm. I have like 10 different theories with those guys on their channel and mine. So.
Ow.
Fair. I think the past two things I didn't cut my mess up. So game over, Jesse. Oh yeah. Her cussings weren't bad. Like instead of saying the F word, she would mess up and be like, fudge. So everyone, if you're watching, go to my Discord server on the social chat. I posted a bunch of pictures from my brother's wedding. So it'll be one of the only times you ever see me in a
suit.
Yeah, in a suit with a tie and a thing. And you can
Looking all good.
You can see my thick neck.
I'll be on my
He's a very
suit
thick
and
boy.
tie, suit and tie, suit and tie.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on my suit and tie.
The cool thing is that was when I started losing weight. Was around the wedding. And the wedding was like a week or two before I went to E3, so I was probably around 235 to 240 then. And now, like I weighed myself yesterday or the day before, and I was 225. So I've lost 10-ish pounds since then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Screen if you're still...
You know what though? Someday I'll have to send Jesse just one of my like recordings without me editing stuff out, because it's oh god.
Am I going the right way? I don't even know if I'm going the right way anymore.
Maybe.
I have no idea. I don't
Ilya,
know what I'm
Do
doing.
I have a map?
Our other wonderful voiceover person, aside from Sexy Mac here, says, my most common phrases are fudge a duck and dang it. Speak English.
Fudge a duck, I like that.
You see, what I do is I usually just like I mess up a word and it's like with
I do that all the time when I have to voice over for school.
like I almost go full on Tasmanian devil, just Also, Miss Weasley, did you mean
This voice.
Oh my.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Nice.
It can't be.
Otacon.
Otacon.
What's with this guy?
Samus just took her clothes off.
Samus just took her clothes off.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Oh,
You just
that's just
committed death by internet memeage by inviting us. Inviting where? Who invited?
To the server, maybe? I don't know.
Oh.
Also, hello, Gibby!
Gibbs!
Hylian Luke in the chat asked if he could join. Yes, you can. As long as we don't get, as long as we don't get too many people. But we're in the
Also,
admin chat,
Ilya,
so-
literally same.
yeah.
Like,
You-
Like I'll make like a recording that's like 15 minutes and then edit it down to 7.
No, so here's the thing. Last night I was up really late and I wanted to finish a script before I went to sleep, and the script was a follow-up to the top 5 biggest mysteries in Ocarina of Time. This one's the top 5 biggest mysteries in Majora's Mask.
Ooh.
And I couldn't think of the last one because I wanted to do stuff that other people didn't. Like, some people focus on like the Happy Mask Salesman or Majora's Mask. But I wanted to try to focus on things that other people wouldn't have. So I couldn't think of anything for the last one, so I just put Is It Real? Talking about Majora's, like, Termina and the events of Majora's Mask, because, like, Zelda Encyclopedia says, like, it began when Termina was created when the Skull Kid put on the mask. And then when he takes it off, Termina disappears. But the thing is, we see the Skull Kid and the fairies and Termina doing cartwheels and everything on that cutscene where Link comes up to the tree in front of the southern swamp. There's the carving on the tree and it triggers a flashback from your fairy, Tattle, or whatever her name is. And she shows or tells Link or whatever and like describes this cutscene happening. And it's like, if Termina was created once he put on the mask, then that cutscene wouldn't have happened. Like, the events in the cutscene where he is in Termina wouldn't have happened because that was all before he puts on that mask. And then, once you kill Majora in the moon, the Happy Mask Salesman in the last cutscene tells you all of the evil power has left the mask. But when he says that, you're still in Termina. So if the book was right, and Termina was created when Skull Kid puts on the mask from his, like, all of his memories and stuff, and then when he takes off the mask, Termina is gone because it's all based off his memories or whatever, then when the mask dropped the Skull Kid, all of Termina should have just vanished. Kind of like Thanos snapping his finger there. So, at the end of it, when it has the Happy Mask Salesman holding the mask and walking off, technically, that shouldn't have been Termina, because Termina, as the book says, disappears as soon as he takes off the mask. And the mask had no power, because you could be like, well, the mask, like, could have still been, like, creating the illusion of Termina, even though the Skull Kid doesn't have it on. Like, the mask could be letting it continue because of the power. But then the Mask Salesman tells you that there is no power left in the mask. So when he starts walking towards Clocktown and he disappears, all of Termina should have disappeared too. So it's like, what the book tells you doesn't make sense. And then, like, the game itself contradicts it, and then you have interviews from Alanuma and Yoi... I can't pronounce his name. It's like Yoizumi or something, I don't know.
Yoshiaki Koizumi.
I think so. So they had interviews when the game first released and during the Majora's Mask 3D release. So interviews like 15 years apart from each other, and in both sets of interviews they say that yes, Termina is a parallel world, but it still exists physically beside Hyrule. Like, in his own words, it's beside Hyrule. And in other interviews, he said that there are places like Hyrule. He said he likes to think of it as like two sides of a coin. So on one side of the coin, you have Hyrule, where the light's shining, and then the dark side of the coin has places like Lorule, the Dark World, Termina, and the Twilight Realm.
But also, I just like to go on a random tangent and just say,
Well, I'm sorry. I had a hankering that only hands could satisfy.
Yeah, I'm watching the chat right now.
Wait, what?
I couldn't help it. I was hungry for hands.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I was just hungry for hands.
Explain.
Oh, that kills people.
Explain to me, Carl, exactly what you were doing before I got home. Well, okay. Well, I was upstairs. I was in my room. Yeah, reading a book. And then this guy walked in. Okay, so I went up to him. Yeah, and I stabbed him 37 times in the chest. Carl, that kills people. Oh, I did not know that. Carl, how could you not know that? I'm in the minority here. I suck. Okay, we got all the pendants. I am waiting right here at the Master Sword pedestal. About to pull it. What do you guys think it's going to be? Because we have all the sword upgrades.
You know what? I think it's going to be an extra heart piece.
Alright. Jesse, what about you? What do you think it's going to be?
Oh man.
If you need me to pull up my inventory, I can. Right here.
Something related to Sheikah.
Something related to Sheikah. Gibbs, are you still here?
Yep.
What do you think it's going to be, Gibbs? I got my
The
inventory
boomerang.
on screen. The boomerang. Well, I already got the basic boomerang, so maybe it's going to be the new and improved boomerang?
Probably.
Or it could be $20 in order to screw me over, but yeah, Ilya, get in here.
If you're watching, get in the voice chat with us.
Alright. Here we go! Here we go! Ah, it's a heart piece.
What was it?
It's a heart piece.
I did it.
I was right.
It's a bunch of crap. That's
I
a
guessed
bunch
it.
of crap.
I said it was going to be a heart piece.
Who needs a
I hate you,
heart
Connor.
anyway?
Look at all my hearts I don't need anymore. Like, give me the fire rod. Give me something.
No fire rod for you, only heart piece.
only heart piece. If I had the hook
It
shot,
is
I
only
could go
heart
beat the
piece.
Swamp
No,
Palace. But
no
I'm-
more for you.
like,
It sounds like you guys are saying herpes.
Only herpes for you.
Herpes.
You have STD now.
You have STD now.
Go home, you have
Give me
STD.
a second.
You know, we'll give you
My
a...
nails are wet.
A tasty second.
Herpes.
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 Her nails are wet.
Use your feet.
Delicious.
Use your feet to get on.
Type with the monkey feet. That's what you do.
Type with the feet.
Ika-poo-poo.
Hey,
Oh my god, no.
hey, boo boo. Let's go see
Hey, boo
what's.
buddy! Gotta type with the feet.
Hey, boo boo.
Can you get the picnic
see.
basket?
Picnic basket. I'm glad
Grab
you got.
the
I'm
picnic
glad you.
basket with your feet, boo-boo.
So here's the thing. From that thing with Nintendo Prime yesterday, I gained 94 subscribers,
Ooh.
and then today, which today is still going, I have had 125 subscribers.
Oh.
Ooh.
So if this
That's pretty
partnership,
good.
if this partnership averages out to where he probably gets a little bit more subscribers than I do, because my videos get a little bit more views and I have more subscribers. So he might do better than me, to where if I'm averaging around 100 subscribers a day, he may average around 120 subscribers. So like if this keeps going every day, that'd be really cool. And then maybe I could get to like 70,000 before this whole thing's over with. Which I think the Majora's Mask video that I wrote is going to do really well, because the Ocarina version of the video did really well. It has a little bit more than 100,000 views.
Woo!
So I'm hoping this Majora's Mask video does just as well.
Ilya says, I may be a dancer, but I ain't that good. Be better,
I mean-
Ilya. Be better. Use your face. Use your face.
Dance on your face.
Dance on your face.
Use that tasty face.
Use it.
Type,
Tasty.
type with your nose.
Tasty.
Okay, see, Tivi is playing as a female right now.
Yep. What's your point?
Okay. So here's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, playing as a female, that would ruin a Zelda game. It's literally the exact same game. It's just you're playing as a girl, not a boy.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
nothing
think
at all
that might be
changes.
a little bit messed up.
Something just came into my head. You guys
Yeah,
know
but, like-
that? You guys know that proof? What now? Atheist meme.
Oh yeah, now really now what?
Yeah, now what? Atheist.
No, so like my point is, like you wake up and like your uncle is like you're told your uncle's whatever, and you gotta go save everyone. Like if Link would have woken up as a female, so like if it was a female Link from the very beginning, but the story stayed exactly the same, nothing at all would change. Like it would not affect the timeline, the story, the lore. Nothing would be affected.
What do you mean, Linkle?
Shut up,
No,
Connor.
you're right. It wouldn't affect anything if.
Yeah, so here's
Any
the
at all.
thing, is everyone looks at Linkle as a female version of Link, but really, Linkle is a female version of Tingle.
What?
Because,
This again.
no, because Tingle wants to be like Link. He wants to be like the fairy boy, the hero, whatever, he dresses like Link and everything. The only difference is Tingle's like a 40-year-old out of shape man that wants to be this hero. Linkle just happens to be a young girl who wants to be like Link. So like,
If I'm not mistaken, Linkle actually believes is delusional about being the hero.
Yeah, she thinks that just because she has
She's
this
delusional.
She
Okay,
thinks,
so here's-
she thinks that just because she has this fancy compass that she got from her grandma, that's proof that she's the reincarnated hero.
okay, so here's the thing. In Hyrule Warriors, Linkle actually does go on and save everything.
Yeah.
So,
But also, here's
based
the
off
real
the
thing though.
story,
Ilya's here as
he was
well.
right.
Hello.
damn it, why are you here?
That's so mean. Oh, I gotta turn.
Ilya, you are very low.
Yeah, Ilya, you're very low.
Yes.
I got you maxed up as much as I could.
I'm really far from the mic
Oh,
because I'm
there
not in my usual
There we
Ah.
go.
room.
I
I'm
see.
still at my vacation.
How are you doing,
Oh.
Ilya?
I am fine. I'm not looking forward to going home tomorrow, but you know.
Aw.
Aw.
Oh man.
Is the beach that nice?
Well, I mean, I don't really care about the beach too much. I mean, I like it, but yeah, I just don't want to go back to reality.
Yeah.
Snap back to
Snap back to
reality.
reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh my god, no!
Connor, it's like we're made for each other.
Yeah.
It's
So,
because we're both so
Tasty.
what are your thoughts on the Linkle conversation, Ilya, since you just happen to be the only female on?
I mean, I don't like her,
Really?
Mm.
and it's not like.
I mean, that's understandable.
I've had friends say like, "Oh, you're a traitor to your own kind." I'm like, first of all, we're all human, but yes, I am a female. But second, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just a snob who wants Link to stay a dude. Also, is that the best they could do? Linkle?
I'm sorry, but just to interject here, the way they voiced her, not her voice or whatever, you know, on there, like her personality in the game, is just completely stupid. Like, she's a ditz.
Yeah, and that's what I like. That's what I like
Yeah.
about her is that like they play off that she thinks she's the hero, but the actual
No, she's
hero,
delusional.
But the actual hero has a great sense of direction. Linkle has no sense of direction. She can't read. She can't
Even-
read.
Even though she was literally given a compass.
I would rather
No,
play
see-
as Princess Zelda.
The one
I
thing
mean, the
on
last time we
Hyrule
had that
Warriors-
happen was the CDI game, which was
Those
Okay,
don't
so-
count.
So here's the thing.
we need a
Um,
good one to take Zelda back as an actual badass.
No, so Zelda 3, A Link to the Past, that Tivi's now playing, originally had a playable female character.
Right, back when it was something else.
Yeah, when it was like 3 players
That
instead
wasn't
of
very descriptive.
one.
That was very vague, but I know that I've watched all the videos on it.
Yeah.
Also, hey,
yeah.
look, Tiffy, you got another heart.
So it was-
I don't need all these hearts. Give me
You
a
would
hook shot.
So you would have the elf boy, which presumably would have just been Link, a female fairy type creature, and then
Open up Ganon.
I forgot what the other one was. Like a magic user.
Maybe that would have been Tingle.
Tingle the magic. Tingle the magician, the mage, the dark mage.
Tingle the black mage.
No. Tingle. Okay, so like you have Link and Dark Link, where like Dark Link's dressed in all black, so you'd have Dark Tingle, and he would be a mage.
Oh my God.
It would just be like normal Tingle, but he would have like eyeliner on and everything.
And whenever you selected him, it would just play Evanescence in the background. Hello, Ashley. We're talking about Tingle.
Creepy.
I think I broke him a little bit.
You killed me! You killed me!
Dark Tingle wearing eyeliner, listening to Evanescence.
Yes.
And he would
Exactly
talk. He would talk like the goth kids in South Park.
He'd be like, Kalu Limpa or whatever.
Tevi.exe.
Yes, stop responding.
Tevi.exe is now
Just
crashed.
imagine that. Picture it in your head. Tingle with eyeliner and like a darker green suit. Just him saying the words.
I thought he already was
Kalu
worried.
Limpa or whatever.
I can just see Tingle dressed in his costume, just randomly out of nowhere behind Link's back. Wake me up! I can't wake up!
No.
Save me!
No, it's like the when Zelda tells Link to wake up in Breath of the Wild. And
Oh my God! Wake me
Imagine if you woke up from that 100-year sleep and then the first thing you
Jesse,
saw was
what you're
Tingle's
saying-
face.
Wake me up! I love you guys.
I've something that I just thought of. So Jesse, what you're describing is basically Tingle would be right at home in Twilight.
Yes,
Yeah.
but also I'd like to point out. Imagine if
Tingle
had,
is
like,
the real Twilight princess.
Imagine if Tingle had like a really deep voice, like a gruff manly voice, just like Kalu Limpa.
Ew.
Also, this is the first time I've met Ilya. Hello.
Hi.
Me and Ashley have met before, and we even played Mario Kart together, which we still gotta do more.
No, we haven't. I don't have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh, my gut hurts so much. Because I'm laughing so hard.
Thanks, goodbye.
Your dignity or your ears or your throat.
Everything hurts.
I've never said ew this much in my life.
Then you need
in
to
1
see a
hour.
doctor, Tevi.
Also, wait,
I
what
need
was
a
I saying?
doctor. I need medical assistance.
I need an adult.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
Yay!
Oh
Guys.
my.
What?
I'm getting super close to 5,000 followers on Z-Twitter.
Nice.
Also, someone said in the
Hashtag
chat, JD,
worthwhile
how-
goals.
how the
Wait.
Majora's Mask video is not out yet. He said
What
he
were you
was
saying,
gonna watch
Ilya?
it after. Well, JD House Hour, I think, said like in the chat, he was like, "I'll watch the Majora's Mask video after the stream," and I'm like, "Okay, just letting you know, JD, that's not out yet. I have not
Oh, yeah.
recorded it."
Yeah, Ilya still has to work on it, and then I have to work on it. So
You know what? If you need some help with that, I'm around.
we'll see. The
You're
script
always
was
around, Mac.
a little longer than I thought it
Well,
was.
you're
going to be.
right, but
So I told Ilya if she didn't want to record all of it, she could do half of it, and then I could do the other half. But if she doesn't want to do all of it, instead of me doing the other half, you could do it, Mr. Sexy Mac.
Yeah,
Indeed,
I haven't
I
read
could.
through the whole thing yet, so I'll have to go through it. I was like, I could tell it was long, but I was like, well, we'll see. I might get to like maybe like thing number 2 or 3, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't do the English today. I'm gonna defer this.
Yeah, so the video, it's about a minute or two longer than the Ocarina of Time video.
That makes sense.
Sorry.
bless you.
What?
What the was that?
I think that
Sorry,
was a
I'm
sneeze.
dying.
Oh.
It happens.
Oh, okay, I'm not the only one then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
No,
about to
but
say
you're
tasty,
dying
but
just started
that's not-
today. I've been dying
See-
for a very long time.
See, Ashley's dying on the outside. I'm dying on the inside.
Oh no, I'm dying on both sides.
Oh.
So
you see, Tevi's dying on the inside because of me.
Yeah, Connor, you're gonna kill me.
The 5. So there are 5. Technically, there are 6 parts to it, but one is just like a quick bonus thing. But it is. This isn't necessarily the order that it'll be in, because I want the shorter ones to go first, and then the longer ones towards the end. So I'll rearrange it like that, not based off of which is actually the biggest mystery, but it is who is the goddess of time that everybody talks about in Termina.
Teacher Force. I'm just kidding.
Who is?
It's Dingle.
Who?
Think about it. He's
was...
always there.
Always watching.
Oh God.
Always there.
Oh, please stop. Please stop.
Are you a Reaper now, Mac?
I can be.
It's
So the second one is kind of 3 things in one. It is the Icona royal family, the enemy tribe, and the war that was between them. And then there is
Jesse, I'm gonna stop you right there. Is this video already in production? Because I would actually like to be part of this, since I am part of the Icona royal family, after all.
Yeah. It's we're working on it right now, and then
I would very
third
much
is
like
the
to help you.
Stone Tower Temple, which goes on a little bit longer than I was hoping, and then there's the ancient tribe that's talked about in the flashbacks, and then the last one, I couldn't think of anything that was like that other people hadn't covered, because I was trying to do stuff that was different than other videos. So I did what I was talking about earlier on, like, is it all real or a dream or whatever. So
yeah, so if you need my help on any of this, I would be very much welcome to help you out.
Well, I think unless Ilya isn't able to do all of it, then I'll talk to you.
Ilya, I need you to not be able to do all of it.
I mean, there's also me.
Ilya, I need you to do me a favor and just go away. Just go away. I'm kidding. Please
you see,
stay.
but then
Please
actually,
stay.
you also have to go through me.
Please stay. Please stay. I'm gonna miss you.
We can work together, Mac. Whereas I need Ilya to back out. Ilya, I'm sorry. I mean no hard feelings.
Ashley and Mac this summer.
This summer. The combo you've been waiting for.
That sounds like a really terrible action film.
Exactly.
Shoot.
Wait, what is Gibbs in the chat? It says King Bergerson, the betrayed.
King Bergerson, the betrayed.
Daniel renamed himself to King Bergerson, the betrayed.
Why is he the betrayed?
I don't know.
Oh,
Ask
because
Jesse about it.
Guys, what do we do?
switched him and Kayla.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm back in the Ice Palace, and now I'm really scared.
Oh, by the way, Tevi, you know what though?
What?
Did someone say peanut butter?
What?
It's Overwatch, Gibbs.
Yeah.
It's high noon.
It's high noon. It's honored summer in the world.
Actually, you know what's a fun voice to do though, from that game specifically is Junkrat.
I forget what he sounds like, and I kind of don't want to.
Well, I can tell you right here.
Oh God.
No, Jesse, you should make a video of just Mac doing Overwatch character impressions.
We just need to have a video where we're all just sitting down trying to do random voices, and Connor's just beating us at every single one.
No, we just need to make a video of where a lot of people just wear the Fallout, the Pit Boy, Vault Boy, whatever his name is.
Oh. Oh man.
You know the boy from Fallout, the Fallout boy.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, it's the man from Fallout, the Fallout man.
I like the Fall Out Boy better.
I love you guys.
We know.
And we love you too.
Mac the Creeper, coming to a theater near you.
Coming this summer.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to stop.
Okay, no.
It seems like 80% of Mac's voices are intended to creep me out, like make the hairs on my neck stand.
Yeah, pretty much. You see, I either make your neck hair stand or I arouse you. That's the thing with this.
Well,
Let's pump the air brakes there.
that's how I got the nickname Sexy Mac.
Exactly.
Mac, you would make a lot of money being a voice actor.
I mean, it's sort of what I do.
It's almost as if.
It's almost as if that's what Jesse got me exclusively to do.
I thought you edited.
No.
It's almost as if that's why we've been paying Sexy.
I mean,
As if we didn't have enough editors.
I mean, paying, what's that?
Okay, so I'm in the Ice Palace right now, and you know those like little arrow blocks where you can talk to Sahasrara? I found one. It says, "All right, stop, collaborate, and listen." Ice is back with my brand new invention. Funny enough, we're in the Ice Palace.
But also the fun thing is, it's what I don't get paid to do.
What you don't get paid to do is kill me.
What I don't get paid to do is do videos, but you know what? I still do it anyways because I think it's fun.
Someone commented on my Ocarina of Time review and said, like, they quoted "hard pressed to find any shortcomings?" ? And then he says, "Fam, it's an okay game at best. Nostalgia is the reason for its high ratings." And it's like, well, there was no nostalgia for the game when it first released and got perfect 10s.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, now looking back on it, yeah, there's nostalgia. But if you go back to when the game first released, there was no nostalgia for the game. There was barely nostalgia for the first Zelda games because they had just came out like 10 years prior or whatever. So like,
What was there to be nostalgic about?
yeah, like right now it's like saying that there's nostalgia, like Breath of the Wild's so good because there's so much nostalgia for it.
Exactly.
And it's like you could look back at Skyward Sword, which came out 6 years ago or whatever, and it's like there's not even nostalgia.
for a 6-year-old game.
Yeah, like there's not nostalgia for that game yet. It like not enough people loved Skyward Sword for there to be nostalgia about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when they make
not
the
yet.
HD version and then wait 10 years, then there'll be nostalgia.
Unless it bombs.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't think it would. I think everybody.
No,
like,
nothing
off the
Zelda at this
success-
point would bomb.
Yeah, off the
I mean, I'm saying
success of
bomb
Breath
compared
of
to
the
like
Wild.
the other Zelda games, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it would sell at least twice as many copies as the original if Skyward Sword HD came out right now. Because everyone, basically, who bought a Nintendo Switch bought Breath of the Wild. So even if people remember, oh man, they had like horrible motion controls on the original, like even if that's their thought, all Nintendo has to do is during like their press briefing or the direct whenever they show it off is say that they've improved the motion controls. That for some odd reason, like use marketing terms or whatever and just say that the Joy-Cons allow them to be far more accurate than the Wii controller. And then everyone will be like, oh, well, good. I had trouble using the Wii remote, so now
It's
that
gonna
it's
be
all
a good
fine.
game.
Yeah, now that it's
Or-
like the Joy-Con's better.
Or the alternative would be to offer a control option for not using the Wii motion controls.
Oh man.
I would love
Didn't
that.
think about
That'd be
that.
so good.
I'm left-handed. I can't do it.
Okay, so
So
here's the
is
thing.
also left-handed, which is weird.
Using the emulator, the Dolphin emulator, I played through Skyward Sword using an Xbox 360 controller, and what you do is you map the movement of the Wii controller, so like swinging the sword and everything is done with the right joystick. So like you
Yeah.
move the joystick up and Link swings the sword up. You move the joystick from like diagonally left, Link swings the sword diagonally left. You click it in, and Link does a jump attack. So like I mapped everything to the right control stick because in Skyward Sword you can't control the camera. So the right joystick would be useless. So you just map it to the controls, and then you have the normal A button or B button as like a normal swing attack. So if you're just fighting a normal enemy where you don't have to like swing the sword in a specific way, you can just tap B like you always do. And then when you do have to do something very specific, you can just like move the right joystick, and it works really, really well. I actually like that better than playing with the normal thing. So
it's much simpler.
yeah. So like they could keep the motion controls in and just map everything to the joystick like you can on the Dolphin emulator, but then I think some people would be like, I think that might continue the confusion. So maybe just have it like a normal Zelda game, or like have it so that everything you still have to swing a certain way, but the game automatically does it for you. So like if something opens up where you have to slash it diagonally, then when you tap the button to swing the sword, Link automatically swings the way that he's supposed to. Does that make sense?
What I hope... Yeah.
Thoughts with Jesse.
But also, I'd just like to say that I hope to God that if they remake Skyward Sword, they remove the stamina meter.
More Groose moments.
Yes, but also they remove the stamina.
I argue against that. If they remake Skyward Sword, I would prefer them to implement the stamina vessels from Breath of the Wild.
Well, yeah, if they did that, that would be fine. Like
so
if
here's
they,
the thing.
You know, like made you able to increase your stamina, but as it was back then, it was just padding out the game time. That was all it was useful for.
Yeah.
The stamina was so great in Skyward Sword. It's one of the main features of Breath of the Wild.
No, it wasn't the best part of Skyward Sword.
It was so good.
It was a bad implementation of a good idea.
Yeah.
It was a good idea in theory, but it didn't work out in practice. Then they improved upon the idea and then made that into Skyward Sword's main point.
Oh yeah? Well, did you
Yes.
know that the flying beetle was originally a rocket fist?
Well, did you know
man, we would've
that's
gotten Metal Gear
rad,
Solid
but
5 up in
I
here.
wish they would have kept it that way.
Like you would shoot it out and it would just like punch enemies. And then
I wish they would have kept that. That would have been rad.
when you got it upgraded to carry stuff,
Rad, what is
the
this,
fist
90s?
would open up.
Hey man, don't diss me on my on my terms.
Yeah, don't diss him on his terminology.
Oh, radical.
Plus, I'm younger
Cowabunga!
than like all of you guys. Come on.
Also, someone in the chat, I think Ms. Weasley was like,
Ms. Weasley.
I love hearing all these different voices, and I'm like, just to clarify, Mac's the only one doing that.
Well, I mean, I get the only ones I
Give
can
us-
do is Hank Hill and a haphazard Solid Snake. That's about all I got.
Give us Kermit, sexy Mac. Give us Kermit.
Oh, good God.
Hello, I'm Kermit the Frog. How are you today? Well, you got Kermit, as I am on this channel. You know. But how you doing today?
Can I
Give us
can I interest
a
you
play-by-play
my Lord and Savior?
commentary
Come in again?
of the stream.
So we have like 5 idiots in the chat.
You.
That's
All 5 of them
fun.
being me in different voices.
There you go.
I just thought of a brilliant idea. Hold on.
And then we have Tevi making some plays in a randomized version of Legend of Zelda, and you know what? It's pretty neat. I enjoy it. I think I just hope to God that he's gonna be able to pass through all these dungeons, because I feel like once he gets like a few items, then he's just gonna clear through everything else like it's nothing, just cut through like butter. But you know what? I'm waiting for that point.
I'm lost.
He needs the hook shot.
I need the hook shot. I just want to leave, but I can't.
It's like It's like a Link Between Worlds where you can collect all the items before the dungeons. Except there's one item that's just constantly missing.
This dungeon sucks. I hate this dungeon so much.
I mean, nobody likes a water level, and everyone hates an ice level.
Everyone hates the ice level.
Schmack, I had the most brilliant idea of having a picture of Kermit with the game's headset just commentating on like a football game.
And so over here we see the pass by Brett Favre. Oh, he's running it! He's running it! Oh, touchdown!
Oh, watch out, he's running
That
towards
would be a new profile picture. You should do that. You should change your profile picture to just a picture of Kermit the Frog, so that any new people would instantly recognize you.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, you see, but I like to keep on brand.
I like to keep on brand.
No, he just
You
wants
see,
to
I'm a
keep
chicken
getting sexy
nugget,
back.
so...
Yeah, he's a chicken nugget. You must respect the nug, alright? You
Or
guys
you could
I am-
change it to Kermit the Frog eating a chicken nugget?
No.
Okay, that's stupid. Never mind.
That's
You see,
cannibalism.
I am more than a simple Kermit the Frog. I am many things.
I am more than Kermit. I am a chicken nugget.
I am beyond that point. I have moved on. I am a higher level being.
As Shadow the Hedgehog would say,
I'm the ultimate life form.
This is who I am!
Ilya, JD in the chat says, I hate the beach. Sand is the sword of nature's pain.
I mean, you know
I
what?
don't like
to quote
sand.
Star Wars,
I was about to say, who are you, Anakin?
I don't like sand.
Hey, I
It's
hate
gross
the sand, but the beach at
and
least has a
Rough,
breeze.
gets everywhere.
irritating. It gets everywhere.
Well,
Also,
time to go
Ilya,
kill some
can you
younglings.
please turn up your volume on your mic? I can barely hear
can't.
you.
I can't.
She's
I'm
She's
far away
just
from the
far
microphone.
away.
as well.
Just
Uh,
a bit.
You can
Yeah.
turn her up. For
Jesse,
you.
yeah,
why did
turn
you
the
make
fire on.
Gibbs the one above all?
Because
Oh my
he
God,
was
what?
number one.
What? Oh, that's bullcrap!
But also,
I call
Asher, if you,
shenanigans!
Asher, are you on PC?
No! No! I'm back in the dungeon! I'm back in the boss room! I can't get out! No!
Ashley, are you on PC on Discord?
Yes.
Right click on Ilya's name and you can turn up her user volume to 200%.
Are the holes randomized too?
No!
You just having trouble doing the
I'm
actual
just
thing?
lost!
He doesn't have
where
the necessary.
I'm going.
He's just going in circles.
Okay, so now there's no exit. What are you gonna do?
Try bombing some walls, maybe?
Yeah, hit the walls with the swords,
I
and
just-
it makes a different sound where you can bomb.
Go all Zelda
I-
1 and just set everything ablaze. Trying to find
Are you a bombable wall? Are you a bombable wall? Are you Squidward?
Hello,
Are you
wall
Squidward?
lady. Are you bombable? Because I'd like to bomb you tonight.
It sounds like a theater game that we would do all the time called Kitty Want a Corner. You go around just going, Kitty Want a Corner, Kitty Want a Corner, Kitty Want a Corner, over and over and over and over again.
I find it so hilarious that all of us are having a legit conversation about video games and then Tebby's just losing his mind over a dungeon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know where I'm going! I did an adult!
There's a website I used to work for called Zelda Dungeon.
I know! I'm looking at it and I'm still lost!
They were actually chosen because their walkthroughs were so good. They were actually chosen to write the official strategy guide for Skyward Sword.
Nice.
I'm following this guide and I'm still lost! I don't know where I'm going!
But here's the thing. He rejected it because he wouldn't have had time, because at that point in time he was a teacher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tebby, you really need to fix your mic because you keep cutting out.
I just need to get a better mic. But right
That
now,
too.
I just do not have the money.
Murder into it.
What about murder?
What?
What about murder?
I said Tevy's mic must keep cutting out because he keeps screaming bloody murder into it.
Bloody murder, bloody murder, bloody murder.
Ms.
Yeah.
Weasley in the chat says, "I need an adult."
LMAO, I need I need an adult.
Okay.
I am an adult.
I need an adult.
Lies.
I need an adult. Oh wait, I am the adult. Oh no!
Hey, you know what, Gibby? I am an adult.
Ilya
I'm
has a
18.
question.
What's
Ilya has a question.
What's the
I
question?
just asked Mac how many voices he can do because I'm growing really jealous.
I don't know. I haven't kept track.
That's even worse.
He doesn't know how many powers he has.
He was the
You know
master.
Jack from The Incredibles?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
It's
Except you're
just Connor,
older.
but with voices.
Except I'm a technically illegal adult.
I would say you can at least do 10.
Let's see. I can do Kermit. I can do Morgan Freeman. I can do let's see.
Oh my gosh, you can do Morgan Freeman.
Wait, do Morgan Freeman now. I command thee.
Whoa. Mac, can we
Well,
please speak to Morgan Freeman?
Titty sprinkles. And your face, best man.
It's always the titty sprinkles.
It's because Titty Sprinkles is the best thing to do with Morgan Freeman.
Everybody wants to smell like titties. I can't even do it with a straight
I'm
face.
Morgan Freeman, and I can
Sorry
smell
I
you.
asked.
I can smell. I keep running into walls. Thanks a lot, Connor.
You smell very tasty.
Oh, please stop.
I'd enjoy it.
Now you just sound like Jim Carrey as the Grinch.
Alrighty then.
Alright then.
Literally though, the Grinch is me every day when I get ready. Ooh, that's it. I'm not going.
That's it. I'm not going.
Oh, I can also do Mr. Krabs to an extent. SpongeBob, me boy! I'll be you today. Squidward!
Oh my god.
The funny thing is, me and a friend did a
Hey Jesse,
cover
can I
of-
ask you something? How did the idea of Yiga Kermit come about? Was it
It was
one of
during the
those-
screen, and it was great.
We were just screwing around one day in voice chat, and we
I did
just
my
got,
Kermit impression. They were just like, we need to make that into a video.
we need to make it a video.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Best
so
idea ever.
we were streaming Skyward Sword. Everybody was joking around. Sexy
Were you
Mac
all
started
drunk?
making Sexy Mac started making the different voices, and when he did Kermit, I told him he should narrate the gameplay as Kermit, and then I got the idea to do a quick review, kind of like my 10-second Breath of the Wild review of the Breath of the Wild, but as Kermit. And then I started thinking what would make it funnier if we had Kermit not just reviewing the game, but reviewing the game as if he was a member of the Yiga clan, and the Yiga clan has the perspective that they are the good people, and that Link and the Sheikah and everyone else are the bad people. So in the game, or in the review, Yiga Kermit's talking about how Link wakes up after 100 years and tries to ruin everything. Like everything's been fine, peaceful, and then he comes in.
This one green a-hole just comes in and screws it all up. I hate him with a passion.
But Kermit
He's
is
wearing
also
blue.
green.
Well, you know what? He's more green and he's very greedy.
But actually, he's blue.
Well, you know what? On in the
You
original
can
stuff,
make him wear green.
Exactly.
I've done it on my
And then
file.
the all hell Ganon.
Oh yes, all hail Lord Ganon. He's going to make Hyrule great again. Oh, but also there's
I'm not dealing with that. I'm out.
But also, going back to the amount of voices I can do, I also got Solid Snake. I have several of the Overwatch casts, like I can do frickin' McCree, Reaper, let's see here, Winston, frickin' can do Hanzo a little bit, Zenyatta, frickin' Junkrat. Like there's too many. It is shocking.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Oh, and then I can also do anime characters, because fucking why not?
I don't know what to
You
do.
Stitch.
I don't know what to do anymore.
I can do
guys.
Stitch,
I just
Don't take that one from me.
I just do not.
It's family. It's a poor stitch, but it's one number.
I'm sorry.
I don't know
King
what to do anymore.
King Burgers and the Betrayed. How could this be? Why is this happening?
Guys, I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't know what to do anymore.
Just play the Ocarina and go somewhere else.
You know, just fly somewhere else and think about your life for a little bit.
Because I need to get the rest of the chest in the Ice Palace, but in order to beat the Ice Palace, I need the hook shot!
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hook shot!
And Tevy's still going insane. Great.
Yes, as usual.
What's in that cave?
What cave?
The one in the background.
What cave?
The cave that you just walked away from.
That cave?
The Cave of Wonders.
The cave of Mr.
Oh god, that's
Green
giving me
Graves.
flashbacks.
Oh, so here's another thing that I'm going to do with the giveaways, because I'm going to try to do a different one every 2 weeks.
Oh.
One of them, I'm going to have it so that the people that are working on the channel, so like instead of having like a partnership with like Nintendo Prime to where we're both promoting, the giveaway will be to do the Gleam thing. But the Gleam thing, instead of like, so right now there's 5. Subscribe to Nintendo Prime, subscribe to me, follow Nintendo Prime on Twitter, follow me, whatever. It'll just be to follow each of the people that's on the team. So like the podcast people. So then
That's me.
That's
Yeah,
kind
so,
of me.
like,
Not really.
yeah,
though.
so people like
Sort of me.
yeah, so like people like Kayla, Ilya, Sexy Mac, and Daniel, and everyone will have those people follow them. So they're not all just following me; they can follow the other people.
I think the only
Jesse.
person in this group right now who has been on the podcast, the only person in this group who hasn't been on an actual like Hylian pod, I think it's me. I think. I don't know.
I have.
I'm very
once.
I'm very forgetful.
I mean, I'd like to go on there again, but I've been there at least once.
Well, you were there for like
Ooh,
half
I was-
of the episode, Sexy Mac.
Well, yeah, because you know you wanted to have me come in later.
We had Mr. Stealth.
Yeah.
You know what would be a great podcast is if Mac and I were on at the same time. Things would go flying.
It would also go like you get me and Mac and just we get all 6 people in one podcast. We're not gonna be able to focus.
You see, all it's going to devolve into is just me doing voices in them just dying.
Can we just have like? Can we
I
just?
was like, you know what? I'm gonna brush up on my voices. They're not legit people, but just random voices, and be like, I challenge you to a battle of voices. To which I know I'll lose. But
So be it. So be it.
No, so one thing that I
do a
wanted to
5-year-old
do.
girl. I can do a 5-year-old girl.
I can try.
Oh my god!
That was really good.
Damn it!
Jesse, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say one idea that I had for the topic of discussion that we always have. I wanted one to be a debate, or I wanted a lot to be a debate. So I did one a long time ago, but I never posted it because it was awful. Because both people, like, they didn't want to debate. They were just like, oh, I guess that's right. And, like, kind of like agreeing with the other person's like, no, you're supposed to be debating. So
You're supposed to be cutting each other's throats. What are you doing?
exactly. So that was
Jesse,
Cece
what you do
and
about
Jack.
that is that you bring Cole on with practically anyone else, and you just talk about the timeline. Because Cole, he is very adamant about his timeline placement.
Can I play something else right now? I'm lost and I don't know what to do.
But also,
Like if you want, I could play something on my Steam or I don't know. I can do something.
Also, someone in the chat said, or someone called April Juarez in the chat said Snape kills Dumbledore, and at first I read it as Snake kills Dumbledore. All I could think of was like Solid Snake just being like,
Your time is at an end, old man.
Colonel, mission
Jesse, I
accomplished.
do think that you should have me back on the podcast. I really enjoyed doing it with you, Daniel, and Misclick last time.
Where?
You were never on a second time?
No, I think I was only on once, and it was with Misclick.
Oh no, you were on the movie.
I was in a lot of your old discussions.
Should we do it tonight or no?
When do you normally do your podcast, Jesse?
I don't know.
On
Whenever
Sunday?
everyone is free.
Yeah, just kind of randomly.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why sometimes they'll be like Saturday morning, sometimes they'll be Monday night.
The one time it was like 10 a.m. and 7 a.m. Daniel's time, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's just whenever, because I'm usually free almost any day when I don't have my daughter. So, which is like 3 or 4 days out of the week. So, for like half the week, I'm good. And then the other half of the week, I can't do anything. So, that's why
I mean,
it's
just
usually...
whenever you need, whenever you're gonna do the podcast, just hit me up if you need extra voices.
Alright.
Because I have told you before, hey, I'm not doing anything, I can come on, and you didn't say anything.
And if you ever need like 5 extra people, just get Mac.
I mean,
okay. Jesse, give me a random game.
you see,
Yeah,
I can hold a full conversation with myself.
Yeah, people would
That's how I get
think
through
that
tough
it's just...
situations. I talk to myself, and then people look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
People would think there's 4 or 5 different people on there, but really it's just me and Mac.
Delia,
Just like,
you
"Hey,
are
guys, welcome to the
crazy.
podcast."
Mac has a
Hey,
split
how's it going?
personality, where he has like multiple personalities in his head. Kermit is one of them.
Also, just saying to our good friend here, Tevi, people in the chat are saying to go to 0.6 with the magic flute.
0.6 with the magic.
Wait, are you streaming right now, or?
Yes,
Yeah,
this is-
I've been streaming the whole time.
Oh,
you were
What's
in
that
the stream typing, weren't you? Or no, wait. Actually, no.
Guys, we already did that palace. We already did Misery Mire.
But
that's-
did you
that's
look
done.
around?
Huh? I looked everywhere.
But are you sure?
Yes, I did. I looked everywhere. I'm going to look in the desert right now. I'm looking everywhere in the desert. Then I'm going to the swamp.
I had
I'm
no
just-
idea that we were live.
I'm just so lost and so confused that I just want to curl up in a ball and cry.
Actually,
Do
I
it.
didn't sign up for that.
But you know,
You're
what, the
supposed to be
Tevi.
supporting me.
Also, Tevi, if you're gonna move to Steam games, though, you know what we could do? Some games together.
But
Because
Wait, why don't you play Fortnite?
That also works.
God, please, no.
Yes. Let's play Fortnite.
Then we could all
Fork
play
knife.
Fortnite.
Not me,
what
I
was
don't
it?
like
Was it,
Fortnite.
Was it fork knife or
Yeah,
Fork-
sport knife.
Spork knife? Yeah, that's it.
4 or
Where you
5.
get
It's
the
4 or
winner
5.
winner chicken dinner and fork knife.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna. I might do something different next week if I live stream next week.
You know, the
Because-
funny thing is, as soon as Jesse suggested to me that we would do a Fortnite Season 5 review in the Kermit thing, I was like, I'm gonna immediately do that bit, just where I just like mess up the name and do all the different things from different games.
Oh my gosh.
It was the first thing that popped in my head. It was just like, this has to
Yeah,
happen.
I think I'm just gonna. Am I good just to stop streaming for the night? Because
Yeah,
I am just
you
so
can if you want.
lost. I am just so lost.
could-
I am so confused.
If you want to, we can do like 1 or 2 matches of sport knife.
Yeah, we'll do some. I'm gonna end the stream though, cause.
If you guys are doing Fortnite, then I'm gonna head out because I don't like Fortnite at all.
Okay.
You don't have to play with us.
And you can just toss an end if you want. And
Yeah.
I just